Talk about it. All right, pre-roll. Gonna punch it. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Can you all feel the bass in that right there, where your head's pounding? I felt like everything on my face was vibrating. This was like, my face was vibrating. My face was vibrating. Did you not feel it? I felt it. Felt it all over my face. Hey, Madrox, what's going on? What am I looking for? Oh, I know. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? Welcome. Post-it note. I already have the Post-it note under control. As a matter of fact, I can come over right here, right now, because I wrote a new Post-it note, and I could say, good evening, Torpedo. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
We are Gucci, everybody. Good evening. What's going on? Welcome. Appreciate you guys all being here. Hello. I'm DJ. You're you. I love you. Thank you for being here. What's going on? What's going on, Asian boy? Hello. Purse, what's going on? Thank you. Benny Hills Ghost, Vic, Commander Taylor, and Alicia is here. Polish Prince, BW Byrne. Thank you so very much for being here. What's going on? Sam Saran. What's going on? Thank you. John Drill is hanging out. Vic is here. Madrox is here. Let's see who else. Q is here. Manxman is here. What's going on, everybody? Polish Prince. I think I read your name. Kevin, what's going on? Thank you, White Wolf. Shout out Noon Whistle. Good evening. Clark is here. Q Dog is here. Spacewalker's here. Bender the Robot is here. And Alicia is here. I think I read Aunt Alicia's name twice. Thad is here. Martok is here. Striker's here. Barkman is here. Good evening, everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Corellius, what's going on? Swidbot says, what's up, DJ Dizzle? Thank you. Hello, hello. Yes, Sydney, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Let me pull it up right now. I'll do it right now. Tarpy, last night on the Lego stream, we got there. I owe a wheel spin, but it was really late, and the chat actually voted to wait until everybody could hang out together on the show.
Mini wheel, right?
No.
Not go wheel.
Sorry, Go Wheel Odds Boost is what I meant. A Go Wheel Odds Boost. Manxman says,
okay.
Where is the pack naming? Haven't done it yet. I haven't even finished putting all the tickets together. Actually, I kind of forgot about it. Thank you for that. I had forgotten about it. I think we had decided we were going to try to do it in time for Disney, but it's not going to work. So we're going to have to. Who that? Who that? Who there? Who that there? Hey, Tiny Mama, what's going on? Tobias? No, it's Griffin, and he's got a tremendous amount of noise. So, no, dude,
Griffin.
Yeah, we hear you. You've got so much noise. There's so much feedback and so much noise. He broke it. He broke it in it. He broke it in it.
Even so, he looks great today. And
Check 1 2.
I swear he's been
Check 1
working
2.
out.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Yeah, I know, Benny Hill. That was tough. Hey, what's up,
Hello.
G? How are you? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. What's going on?
Oh, that's what happened.
What did you do? See, it's always about
Did
buttons.
you lose the Cheetos?
He always presses buttons. Ah, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Look at, except your name's not Scribbler. Hold on, let me fix that.
I'm definitely not Scribbler.
No. Let's see. Okay. Got it. Look
Happy
at
Tuesday, everybody.
Happy
Sorry to be late.
Tuesday.
I was expecting DJs to come on at 9:30 since he said 9, and here we are.
I said 9, and I was on at 9. What?
Well, there's a first time for everything.
No, what are you talking about? Everything was fine. Everything was completely fine, and I was on time. Now I have to fix. Hang on. Oh, nice. Boop bop. Beep bop bop. I love it so much. The little crab thing. Hey, is DOS here? That was in celebration of DOS. Thank you. DOS says it wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault. No, Vic, it's not. It's 9:10 now, but I was on much earlier. I was on right at 9.
That's wild.
Right at 9.
How
Look,
did you manage that?
I actually, I was actually ready to go on at 8:30. Then I got a phone call, and I had to make some important fashion decisions.
What does that mean?
I had to make decisions based on my exquisite sense of fashion. What do you think it means?
Well, you don't have that, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
The hell? Of course I do.
I'm with Griffin.
Hey, we both have on Star Trek Fleet Command shirts. Look, that's pretty cool.
Star Trek Fleet Command. Look at that. Boy, we're shills.
Yeah.
Jodrell says, did you finally talk to Connor? I did. Yes, Madrox. I have so much fashion, in fact, that my clothes can't even be hung. It's my own personal sense of fashion style with my piles of clothes that exist.
That's called laziness and not caring about your garments.
I'm still gonna judge.
I love this one. Oh, I love this one.
No.
You
It
had
needs to go away.
you want him to do you so much you could do anything.
Yes, I think about that all the time.
Wow.
I do. Thank you.
Did the child just say something very questionable in the middle of that?
Probably.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe not. No, it wouldn't be a real good sticker if he did. But no, that's a good one there.
Oh, I heard it wrong.
Do my dirty clothes actually get put into a hamper to separate the piles? So no, I have a dirty clothes pile.
No.
Also, I have a dirty clothes pile as well. Okay. Actually, my clean clothes pile.
The hampers where he keeps his junk mail and banana peels.
No, my junk mail is still in the mailbox. I don't even check my mail. Okay, I
can confirm. We did drive by his mailbox and it was literally overflowing. And the ironic part is he's got a lock on it, which is very strange since more mail is outside of the box than in the box because the box is full.
True.
Did you lose the key to your mailbox?
No, I have the key somewhere here. It's somewhere. All right. It's
Okay.
I only get the mail when the mail person can't stick any more in there and they put it on top and I'm like, oh, okay, I can get that mail. All right.
What?
So yeah. Anywho, what's up, everybody? Appreciate it. You guys have started a hype trade. And Alicia, Manxman, Papa Smurf, thank you guys very much. Benny Hills Ghost, Asian Boy, thank you. Enterprise with the 20 stream streak. Shout out Snack Attack, 28 months with Prime. Thank you. Q with the stream streak. Jongo, 70 stream streak, as is Striker.
Good job, Jongo.
That is amazing. Sydney with 25. Kevin, 19 months at tier 1. Thank you for your PPPPPPP. Danny, 30 streams, 30 stream streak. Thank you so very much. Appreciate that. Lasik with the stream streak. Yes. Why are you smacking me, Vic? It's always you, Vic. Always you. Why? Why do you hit me so? Oh, wait. Was that Vic? It was Vic. And Alicia, thank you. Vic, thank you. Spock, dude, legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Spock with the 355 stream streak. Absolutely record setting. Dang.
You can't top that.
No, that's got to be the highest one in the channel. 355 streams. That is insane. Illogical, in fact, probably. Yes. I don't understand. That's incredible, Spock. Thank you so much.
I don't think that you've shown up to that many streams.
No,
much
I
less in a
haven't.
row.
That's insane, dude. Thank you so much. Sydney says, what did he win? My love and adoration.
Well, he also does get the annual pass to pawsandballs.com for free.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Hey, Tarpitude, to each their own. Like, for example, some people love dung beetle flavored Cheetos. You, maybe one of them.
Like you, I would not be surprised if that was actually your favorite flavor.
Oh my gosh.
And you just want to share it with me.
This was a
Oh, he
conversation.
just wants to double down.
I want everybody to know that today in a private production meeting, I come in, there's 20 people in the room, and I come in to the Zoom, and Griffin and Tarpy are talking about dung beetle flavor. Dung beetle flavor. Okay. Hey, Martok, what's going on? They're talking about the flavor of dung beetles, what dung beetles taste like. And they're actually having like a methodology, like a logical conversation about how to compare what a dung beetle tastes like.
Oh, no, that was just her way trying to talk her way out of the paper bag. But
I don't think
there's
so.
no talking.
No, I don't think so. You were actually providing similes. You were actually saying, you know, it's kind of like this and it's kind of like this. And none of these things were something that you would actually ordinarily want to eat on a day-to-day basis. Yeah.
No, or stick your hand in.
Well, right.
Wait, what? Wait.
Or,
Are we
yeah.
talking dung beetles or bags of chips now? Because why are you putting your hand in a dung beetle?
No, I'm referring to the cow's anus.
How do you get your hand inside a beetle? How is that? How do you do that? All right, I'm just kind of
Beetles
curious.
are not that big.
Have you ever seen Starship Troopers? Hello.
Yeah, what's that
Wait,
one
wait.
evolution with David Duchovny? All right, that's how you do that. All right, that's how you put your hand inside a beetle. Guys, we got 10 seconds left on a hype train. Otherwise, we go into cooldown for an hour. Thank you guys so very much for your initial show hype. Thank you so much. Just as a quick reminder, we do have and are encouraging everyone to hold on to your spend because we have a quantum level heroic spend SMS.
Oh, God.
Quantum level heroic spend SMS on our channel coming up Saturday, Griffin. We have so many stream goals. We have so many things that are going to happen. And I continue to ship things to your house. I actually made a new order today. It'll show up on Thursday. I almost forgot something, Tarpy. Now, I don't necessarily want to spoil it for the audience yet, but I did almost forget something, and I ordered it today, and it will show up. It will be there in time just for you.
Oh,
well, you are quickly becoming number one on Penguin's poop list. I'll tell you that right now.
How many boxes has there been? There's been at least 7 or 8.
It's not the quantity of boxes. Because we receive quite a few boxes every single day here.
Did you open the boxes?
What's in the boxes.
Why did you open the boxes?
In the boxes?
Why did you open the boxes? I told you not to open the boxes. I didn't open the boxes.
She opened the boxes.
You told me that if I put my name on the box that she would not open the boxes.
Well, unfortunately, you did not put your name. You put a different name that may or may not have been, I don't know, in her mind, a female name. And then she wants to know, well, am I receiving boxes for some other girl at her house? And then she has to find out what's inside.
It said UltimatDJz.
What?
Talking
Well, that sounds like that could be an OnlyFans name.
DJs?
But let's just say she's very, very concerned for your mental well-being after having seen a lot of the things that are in.
I mean, so am I.
She's like, what the hell is going on in our house over the weekend?
Vic.
What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of that? What are you going to do? And how are you going to clean this up? I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Don't ask me.
I can't tell you what was in the boxes. Okay, I can't tell you.
By the way, DJs.
Yes.
Did you actually
look for the book? No.
Or find?
No. No.
My God.
I forgot. I got distracted when I got home.
Again.
I know.
A fourth time.
Long more than fourth. Anyway, I cannot tell you guys what's going to be in the box or what's in the boxes. Here's what I'm simply going to say is that if you want to know what is in the boxes, what are in the boxes, what items are in the boxes, whatever. If you want to know, then you're going to have to tune in this coming Saturday, May 16th. The 24-hour stream starts at noon, and we're going to start our attempt at a record-setting quantum level hype train, level 20, to engage in more shenanigans with everyone's favorite executive producer. That would be Torpedo. Now, listen. I will say that there are a number of items in those boxes specifically for Tarpy. So, if you want to know.
It doesn't have to be.
If you want to know, if you're curious, I want everybody to know that the name of the show will be DJz and Griffin's Revenge. That is the name of the show, okay?
Yes, it is. That's exactly right.
Everything about Saturday is going to be to pay back and give the undying love, support, respect, and adoration, and really just express the gratitude that Griffin and I have for Tarpy after our trip to Idaho.
Yeah, the receipts are coming. That's definitely for sure. And you have your very own front row ticket to see it on your streaming platform of choice.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time. Tarpy says, I'm concerned. I don't know why you would be. We've spent a lot of money to make sure that you have a good time Saturday. And
also, you don't really have to worry because they just opened a Florida Medical Orlando Health Hospital a half mile down the road.
Oh, well, so that's fantastic. Okay, great.
It's literally a 4-minute drive to the emergency room.
Yeah, everything is going to be fine. Nobody has to worry about anything. Everything will be fine. Now, that is coming up Saturday, okay? If you guys want to help us get towards a goal, I am attempting to do a bonus stream tomorrow night just because we're not going to be on Thursday. I would love to do one more night of Legos. We are making excellent progress. I am afraid to pick it up because it is so large. And I don't have the other camera.
Why don't you use your special mobile camera?
I don't have it. I don't have it out here tonight. I didn't bring it out here, but the saucer section is coming along very nicely. All right. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. I can't even handle this. It is so big. I can't even wrap my hands around it. It is monstrously huge.
One sec, I just got to check on something.
Okay.
Yes, that is what she said, by the way.
Oh, good.
Not.
That's a big one right there. That's impressively large. Thank you, Master Viper. That is impressively large. Yeah, no, this ship is coming along very, very nicely. I would love to show it to you, but I'm afraid. I am afraid of it. Okay? I'm afraid to touch it. It is that
Don't touch it.
Overwhelming.
Don't.
Okay?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
So we actually, you know what I could do, Tarpy? I could probably pull up a clip from last night's show, like a still image that would show you guys what how far we made it, right? I could probably do something like that, I think. Let me try. And I'll see if I can get you guys.
Oh, here we go.
What is that? What does that mean?
Nothing. Go ahead. Take your time.
No, I'm not. No, what are you talking about? Look, it's right here. Boom, done. See? I got it. Why are you being so fussy? Oh, damn it. There we go. So right here, and this isn't even like the end. We still had like 10 more minutes, but I had the lighting nacelles set up here, Griffin, and you can start to see that like the structure, the internal structure of the saucer section is really coming along here. We've got 8 like spire pylons sticking out. So yeah, it is coming along. There's a lot of construction going on. That's
weird.
Here. And we still have, what's that? What's weird?
What's weird?
Well, you see those 2 yellow stripes there?
Yeah.
And then you have the orange little 6-pack on to the left. On the bottom, yours is purple, but then on the top, yours is gray. And I remember them being purple on the top.
It's just the lighting. Yeah, those are gray. They're all gray. It was probably just the hue lighting. Look, see down here, purple. And I also had the nacelles lit up. I had the actual kit lit up last night because this was like in our last few moments, and I was just trying to show off what we had come up with. So yeah, this is what we've done here so far. Yeah,
amazing.
It's coming along very nicely.
You look ecstatic in that still, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Bald spot on full display. So yes, we were very active with the Enterprise D. We're trying to get it done. We're trying to knock it out. We still have what, Andalisha? We did 20 and 21, 22 and 23, right? So yes, we still have 24. We still have 10 bags left. 24 through 34, I'm pretty sure. Right? Is it in there 34 bags?
That's great.
I'm going to pull that up real quick and just double check super quick. Enterprise. Here we go. I think there were 34 bags.
Compared to the size of your hand in that picture, that thing is impressively large.
30 bags. So there's 30 bags, and we have one more lighting bag. 30 bags and one more lighting bag. So we did 20 and 21, 22 and 23. So we have 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, and then a lighting kit. We only have 8 bags left, which really could be only 2 more streams, and then we're going to be done. Okay? 2 more streams and we're going to be done.
That's really cool.
So if we get to...
You've made very good progress.
Thank you. Appreciate that. If we get to 10,000 bits, we'll add one more Lego night before we go to Orlando. 25 subs, we'll get a mini Go Wheel spin, and there's some fun stuff on that. I know you guys are probably not interested in that in any way, shape, or form. Not a big deal. And then we have the Go Wheel, okay? We've got the Go Wheel, and last night on the show, late on the show, Griffin, we were able to get to 10,000 bits. Or no, it was 5,000 bits. We got to 5,000 bits, and that means that you guys get to choose a Go Wheel, odds boost, or item add. So, Tarpy,
wait a minute.
Let us.
Why does one say Las Vegas furry? What is the furry C?
Furry costume. I have to go down the Las Vegas Strip in a furry costume.
Oh God, you're gonna get arrested.
Why would I get arrested?
You know what? You should meet up with JB.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic time. Griffin, there is something new on the wheel.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's see. Police Academy, caddy for Griffin, bungee jumping with
show him
donkey ride. We know about that. Black cave. What is a broken cave? Sand something. Cook for a viewer.
San Antonio. You want to go to Texas, right, Griffin?
Speed.
You want to go to the boardwalk in Texas, right? Or the Riverwalk or whatever it's called.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go to the Riverwalk in San Antonio,
what's
right?
in Texas?
What is in
You
Texas?
should say yes.
This is a great
You should-
question.
Yeah.
What is in Texas? Here's what I'm going to do. I am
lot of
going
that.
to, there's cool things in Texas. Texas is, I mean, everything's bigger in Texas, right? We all love Texas.
This was not my idea, by the way, Griffin. This was not my idea.
It
This
wasn't.
was
That's what
Fun
TV
Daddy.
Herman said.
No, actually, was it Fun
I had
Daddy or was it
nothing to do
Andalisha?
with this.
I feel like they worked
No, it was
together
Fun
on this.
Daddy
I feel like
because
there was some,
Andalisha handed off her Go Wheel boost to Fun Daddy.
feel like there was a little collaboration here. Griffin, let's
Fun Daddy hates me. I thought Fun Daddy was
Oh.
going to quit the stream because of me last month. What did Fun Daddy do?
Wait,
See?
this
See?
is
It's
your
not me.
fault? This is your fault?
Not me.
Oh, God. All right. Guys, allow us to display one item that is now on the Go Wheel that Griffin may or may not be excited about, courtesy of our friend
You're coming with us.
Fun Daddy.
Oh no.
The first time I was out here, you're speechless. Just to see this wonder of millions and millions of animals in one place.
People have died in that cave.
Bracken Cave is the home to the largest colony of bats in the world.
What?
It's a maternity colony of Mexican free-tailed bats, somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 million here in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, hell no. Oh no. Oh no.
As they come out of the cave in the evenings and fill the sky, we call it a batnado.
No, I call it a bat F-no. That's what I call it.
If we get any little gust of wind, it could knock them down into the ground.
I'm
in the
full
most
of positive
vulnerable.
energy.
Yeah, I am going to get the hantavirus in that cave.
The bats have to watch out for predators.
Well, that's
When
one
the
less
bats
bat in the
get
world.
up to treetop
Good job,
level
Snake.
and they start streaming away, they're mostly relying on safety
Yay,
in numbers. Because that's when the hawks will
Look at
come
that
in
river. Is
trying
that
to grab
AI?
a bat.
No. No, they're out there, bro. They're out there. Oh, my God. I spit out my drink, Chad. Oh yeah, dude, I've got Mountain Dew on my computer monitor where I spit.
I would rather lick
Mexican
sweat
free-tailed
off of a
bat
fat guy's
is a
back than go into
migratory
that
species
cave.
of bat that
Absolutely not.
Spends the summers in the Texas Hill Country and spends the winters in central to northern Mexico.
What is wrong with
Conservation
that guy?
International purchased Bracken Cave in 1992. We now have 1,500 acres surrounding the cave to protect it from the development in the area. The cave itself is 650 feet long. It's about 124 feet wide at the floor and about 117 feet floor to ceiling. So this bat comes
How
to
do you
these
know?
large bat caves to have and raise their young.
There's so many.
As
So
they
many.
come out of the cave in the evenings, they're heading about 60 miles out to where a lot of our agricultural crops are.
Listen to this, dude. Listen to this right here. This is insane.
This colony is going to eat about 147 tons of bugs every night. So that's a big benefit to our local farmers.
147
They're about to
tons a day.
When we get a chance to bring someone out here to see bats in
Caledon,
their
thank you.
natural place
Appreciate
for
you,
the first
buddy.
time, people really get the fact that they're important to the ecosystem and this place is important and it needs to be protected.
Yeah, it does.
From me,
really
because I'm already
helps
Googling how
on
to
the
kill as many
scale
bats
of
as possible in one shot.
explaining to people how
I think
important
you would be
bats
arrested.
are all over the world.
I think you would be arrested.
Oh, here's a video about the ultimate guide to bat removal.
Anyway, there you go, everybody. So this has now made it onto the wheel. I will remind you, Griffin, that the future needs
I think we should go.
The future needs you.
How do I kill bats? Is poison the answer? That's a great blog by
I think we should go. And by we, I mean
what I need is I'm gonna show up with a 20-gallon can of Raid.
No.
And I'm just gonna run in and start blasting.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing, Burn. Yes, Griffin will have to go to the mouth of the cave and open a box of crickets. A box of crickets. And he's just gonna have to hold the crickets out. He's gonna have to hold the crickets out.
No, what I need is a Bat Fortress Pro. They're available on Amazon for $49.99. They repel bats on sight and contact. I'm gonna make a suit out of 30 of these Bat Fortress Pros and make sure that not a bat approaches me for half a mile. Perfect.
Hey, chat. So after this weekend, I'm gonna have something that I need to, my own revenge on their revenge.
Oops.
So we should do this.
Well,
we should
oh
make
wow,
this
I could get 12 of them for only $199. That's easy. Just stick them all over my body.
Dude, the look of horror on his face, by the way,
was fantastic.
So good. So good.
Listen up, Fun Daddy.
So
there's no way that's gonna. I'm not even worried about it. There's no way that's gonna be selected on the fun wheel. Clearly, people want to see you edgewalk in Toronto. We're totally safe.
Whoa! Listen, the edgewalk in Toronto remains a viable option. As a matter of fact, currently it has the majority of votes. Okay, it's got the best odds. However, that could change. That could change because the look of horror on your face, I think, means that you are more scared of this than a haunted house and probably more scared of this than I am of the edgewalk. So, go wheel.
Well, I mean, which would you rather do? Be unalived by a demon who shoves you down the stairs? You'll be dead in 3 seconds. Or do you want to be pecked to death by 1,000 rabies-infested little bat teeth?
They're not going to touch you, bro. They're not going to peck you to death. What are you talking about?
Don't have beaks.
Yeah, what are they going to peck you with, man? What are you talking about? All right.
By the way, little teeth.
By the way,
bat teeth.
Benny Hill's Ghost just sent over this interesting science article.
Someone clip that.
There's a cave.
Oh, thank you, Benny Hill's Ghost. I'd rather be rated than listen to this.
Clip Griffin making that sound.
There's a cave.
The bleeding eye virus. People are trespassing to see it, and scientists want it to stop.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it'll be the last thing they ever see if they get the bleeding eye virus.
Yeah. Listen, obviously, this is not even a real thing. And it's from years and years ago, right? Published April 22nd, 2026.
2026. Oh, that's a week and a half ago.
Yeah, not a big deal. So there's a cave full of bats infected by the bleeding eye virus, and people are trying to go see it.
Have you guys not opened a flipping newspaper in the last 5 days to know what's going on in this country? There are people literally who are probably
not even in this country. Everything is fine. I don't know what you're worried about. It's not happening.
They are too in this country.
No,
there are 10 states on the lookout right now for the hantavirus, including Georgia, which is only one state away from Florida.
Oh no!
Question, Griffin.
Who buys a newspaper?
How much do you lick?
Smart people who know about things that are happening in the world and know not to go to bat caves, because that's what happened to that guy on that boat. He was, I'll go look at these birds. I'm just a professional bird watcher. Let me just trudge through this dump in the sewer and all the crap all over my feet. Probably
were you looking for birds?
Nothing could probably go wrong here.
You're more likely to get bitten by the alligator in your backyard than to get hantavirus.
Yes, that's true. Tarpy, 2 points. 2 points, Tarpitude. Okay?
Is that before or after?
You get that
Is that before or after the game-breaking event of stepping into a bat-infested cave with millions of bats?
I feel like we could live stream this.
Hantavirus How much rat or squirrel or other
You're right,
small
Misa.
rodent poo do you lick and then touch your face after touching?
Hantavirus is
Ask
not
the bird watcher on the cruise.
Hantavirus is not easily transmittable. Okay, like you had to
Right.
eat. You had to eat.
Oh, okay. Now all of a sudden
poo.
we all work for the CDZ and,
Wait, the
and
what?
who? No
CDZ?
wonder they're defunded if you're in charge of that crap. Okay, I wouldn't pay for that either. You're now giving me advice on how not to die by bat poison.
Oh,
Perfect.
man. I mean,
But I'm the one with a PhD in science.
that's right. Tarpy knows things.
Okay, just because you're a PhD in what makes candy sour does not mean that you know what you're talking about with bat poop. Okay.
Oh,
I know more than DJz does.
that's right. And I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last
that's a
night.
very low bar.
Okay, everything is completely fine. Don't worry about anything. Everything is completely fine, ladies and gentlemen.
How much rat poop do you lick, Griffin, just on a daily basis? Because that's how you get.
How much
Hantavirus.
rat poop would I? How much bat poop would I accidentally lick hanging out where 12 million bats live?
Guys, we're gonna.
I would say
This
the
is
odds
why
are
you don't look up
significantly
with
higher
your
than that.
mouth open.
Guys.
Do not look up with your mouth open. You do not live under the
Blade
migratory
wants to know what
yeast,
makes
do you?
candy sour, Tarpitude. Can you please expound upon that?
Citric acid is what makes candy sour, so that's not even a sugar.
While you're doing it.
See, that she is an expert in.
Yes.
Correct.
That is absolutely curious. Correct. Cha-ching. Well, that was not the right button. Anyway, I was looking for my.
What did you buy?
Ching was the right button.
That was not right.
Y'all,
Guru
just
says-
so you know, we're about to have 3 days straight of this.
By the way,
2 or 3 days.
I
Oh,
just want to go ahead and.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Guru Meditation. Do you want to talk about how much you loved Lions tournaments? Let's go. Let's go. What's your feedback today?
No. Hey, I know what we can talk about. We can talk about how earth-shatteringly amazing the math was on the Paragon recruit. So earth-shatteringly amazing that it is recurring for weekend number 3. Suck my finger.
Ew, that's how you get Hantavirus.
Talk about how the meeting went? I will talk about the meeting.
What is going on right now?
I'll talk about the
What?
meeting. Caledon says, I thought you said it wasn't coming back. No, what I said was there were no plans to bring it back. Clearly, it must have made a boatload of money because the store is back up. And by the way, I do not have confirmation that it's running again this weekend, but the store is back up and it's got a week-long
It's
timer on it.
in-game.
It's
Yeah.
in the game and it's got a week-long timer. We can kind of
Well,
do
you
that.
Isn't it? No, it's in the in-game news with the schedule that I posted. in the
That's
circle.
right. They added it to the in-game news, so it must have been successful. It's added to the event calendar. So, by the way, there is something else on the calendar I'm going to show you in just a second. This is a Tarpitude win that I'm very pleased about. But before we get into that, Guru, before we get into that, I do want to point out that there is a slightly stacked version of the Go Wheel odds boost that is going on right now in your chat.
Ooh.
You can vote right now.
What? Why does it say bats 92%? Don't any of you people listen to what I'm saying?
Showing the rest how it's time to run now.
It's time for you guys to spend your toy mice in an overwhelming fashion to determine.
I'm jumping out the airlock.
God. Why did you only pick 3, DJs?
I picked Griffin's top 3.
Oopsie.
Gonna take it. I'ma slay it. I'ma state
More
it.
baths. Writer. Add more baths.
There's 2 minutes left. Edgewalk is actually coming back.
Hey,
Whoa.
hey, Griffin, you look really great today.
Wait a second. Why is the Edgewalk coming back? This is about Griffin. This is not about me. This is not about me. Who do you want to puke more, me or Griffin?
Oh, yes.
No.
Send him off the CN Tower. Send him off the CN Tower.
How?
Go.
Yeah, this just needs to be closer. Here.
Oh, it's getting better every second. That's right. Get
What are
that
you
guy.
guys
Get that guy to
doing?
jump
Wait a
off the top of
second.
that tower.
No, this
That's
was
exactly what you should do.
This was an opportunity to get at Griffin, not me. What is happening right now?
Because people like Griffin.
Ooh, I love this. Now we're up to 40%.
You're going to run out of time. There's not enough time. Crocus says
There's plenty of time.
backfired. No, there's not enough time. You can't overcome
Time
that.
to min-max. 42%.
It's down by 600 votes. You got a minute left.
Oh, that's right. Get him off. You know what? I've got a good feeling about this. You're
It's
going off the
still
edge of the
down.
tower. We're going to
It's
watch you
still
scream
down by-
all the way down.
Still down by
all
600.
the way down.
Still down by 600.
All the way down. No, it's down by 200.
Dude,
hold on, I
yeah,
need
you
to
can't
vote.
count, man.
Why?
It's
Wait,
300.
why can't I vote? Why is it not letting me vote?
No, you can't vote.
It's your own
That would be
poll,
cheating.
loser.
Oh, only
Wait,
100 to go,
Griffin-
everybody.
Griffin is
Let's get
voting.
that edge
What?
walk going.
Oh, tap harder.
Uh-oh.
Use that finger
Uh-oh.
motion.
How much time's left, Tarpitude?
Oh. I have no
How much
idea.
time's
I
left?
didn't start the poll. I can't see. 10 seconds-ish. 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
Ah,
Direct
Yeah.
from Toronto. Watch DJ scream and poop his pants all the way down the CN Tower.
Guys, that was a perfect layup. That was like the layup shot that sent you to the Final Four. What just happened?
They want a close-up of Mama Tarpy's face as she watches you go over the edge of the tower.
That is
I
the
think,
biggest win
what they
of the
want.
year, everybody. That's just
Yeah.
amazing.
Look who the top scorer is, and look at how much they were the top
What a
scorer by.
backfire.
And well,
I love it.
It looks like he changed teams partway through
Yes, he did.
because he
Viper.
voted more times than Bats got votes.
Viper voted for two different options. Viper,
messed up.
That is messed up. What the hell just?
Can you
I
see
love
all
it,
of the
Viper.
votes?
No, I don't think it.
He was
does it-
all for the Bats, but then he saw
Oh
how
my
much
God,
you
it
were
does.
peeing yourself, and then he was like, "Okay, I
This
want
is-
to see more of that. I'm going edgewalk."
Boo bop. All right, it's not letting me see everything.
Oh, good job, Viper. I love everything about that. That's how you do a poll. More of the terror you want to see. DJ falling off the edge of the CN Tower.
That is why, guys, that was a perfect layup. You saw his face.
Your point being?
No bats.
See you in Toronto, buddy.
Boy, see you in Toronto. That makes me so happy. I almost want to buy something in Star Trek Fleet Command.
You know, you say that, but there actually is something that I want to buy inside Star Trek Fleet Command 2 today. I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm sorry. I know, Candid Onion, there's a new Prime, and it's amazing. Now, by the way, there's one new Prime that is pretty amazing. The other two, maybe not. I don't like the other two, but they do pass the UltimatDJz acceptance test for monetization because all it does is
they can be
No,
grabbed
they
the
don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They speed up the loop.
How?
It's a loot bonus.
We complained about how people can't engage in the loop without
but here's the
paying
thing.
for it,
Hang
and
on.
they threw a loot bonus at us
No,
for
matters.
money.
Matters.
Come on.
It doesn't change whether or not you can engage in the loop or not. It changes nothing about that. It only changes how fast people can grind within it. If you can't kill the hostiles, guess what? You still can't kill the hostiles. All right. So
Well, tell me all about this new Prime.
well, let's take a look. There are new primes in the game. And we'll take a look here at STFC.com for, is that an actual website? Nope, apparently not.
StarTrekFleetCommand.com, sir.
There we go. StarTrekFleetCommand.com. We'll take a look at our patch notes for
Keep it
today.
official.
90.3 mid-month or trifecta week number 3. Here you go. First of all, the EMH doctor got a buff. This is very
Doubled.
significant, stupidly significant, even on the unlock. Now, I watched Lube earlier today. He was talking about how players were not making meaningful progress in unlocking this officer. I'm just curious. I want to see it in our chat as well. How many of you guys have been able to unlock him? I'm going to imagine there's not that many. people that have actually gotten the unlock here.
I'm 15 shards short myself.
Wow, I am way off. I've got 23 shards, and I bought the battle. Well, I was granted the battle pass. 23 shards. And if you guys remember,
it's not in the battle pass.
And, oh, okay. Well, never mind. And if you guys remember, Scopely gave me how many rolls?
Oh, 40, 40 80, 60, 20, 240.
They gave me 40 rolls.
Yeah,
40 rolls they gave me, and I've got 23 shards.
Yep.
Polish Prince says I've got 10. Hal's got 40. Spock has 55. Bender has 79. You're looking well. Keith has 70. Sam Samaran has 21. Alpaca has 3. Zypher has 40.
Alpaca.
Blyrish has 38. Guru has 15. We're all over the map. And Delisha says tier 1 unlocked. Good for you. Good job.
Good job.
So you must have enjoyed or at least engaged in Paragon a little heavier than maybe some other people. Okay? Because this is what we're saying. I got 23 shards for this cat. All right? Now, that makes me... Here's the desired outcome. All right? While we're talking about the doctor, we'll get to the primes in a minute. Here's the desired outcome. If I'm just guessing, tell me if this feels like it's within the realm of possibility. Paragon didn't perform real well. Paragon didn't perform very well. The doctor was the premier officer in Paragon. They weren't going to run it again. They said, ooh, we didn't do a whole lot of that. We didn't do really great with that. How do we boost Paragon sales? Let's double the efficacy of the doctor and run it again.
Well, that makes perfect sense to me.
If Paragon is the way to get the doctor, all right, then right here is why you're seeing it a second time. Okay, this is why you're seeing Paragon a second time. This is why they said that they weren't planning on returning it, or at least it wasn't scheduled, and it wasn't scheduled. But now, if you take a look inside your in-game news, Tarpy Ninja update, and Tarpy sent it to me because I didn't even know it. Guys, take a look at your event calendar and come down to the Paragon Recruit.
May
Guess
16th?
What? Paragon Recruit starts May 16th. There it is. Ninja action. Super Ninja. Yay! Chop! All right. Here it is. Zach says DJ's told Connor to run it again. True story. No, I'm kidding.
Is it really updating the schedule if they didn't really post one to begin with?
I mean, they did, kind of. But here...
No.
This was here. Paragon was here. Sydney says, so are we going to get screwed over twice? Well, I guess that depends. Okay? I guess that depends because the doctor has improved in his worth. If you do still care about duo waves. All right? Or any wave, really, to be honest with you. Any wave. All right? Because... he has doubled his values all the way up. Isolytic Cascade of 200% on the unlock is insane. That's a wild amount of Cascade. As a matter of fact, I'm torn on it because I feel like it's a challenging. It matters. We talked about this. I think it was it last month? Maybe the V'gers. It was the V'ger hostels. You said you loved it, and then they made an adjustment and made some of them easier, or was it something else? You said they completely undid the challenge with an adjustment that they made.
It was the event for the Ilea's Echoes of V'ger when they took out having to actually hit the hostels.
Okay.
That were for that event. In the Saris reskin.
Yes, I remember that. Matters hated that because it removed the challenge. Matters, I'm curious right here. It almost feels like same thing, right? These were really challenging hostels. Now, prohibitively so for many players, but Does the doctor now question. Is the doctor the ship for this loop now?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because he's too niche. He only works against explorers. And it's still not going to help as much as the building level.
Okay.
They could quadruple his numbers, and it's still not going to help as much as the building level. So if you get all the, I assume we're going to get 2 more, one that gives a big boost against interceptors and one against battleships. And if you get them all, and you throw them all on your ship, you're going to do a whole whack load of damage. But if you don't have the building up and you don't have that critical mitigation, then it's not going to matter. They're going to tear you to shreds unless you're punching way down.
So
regardless of the fact that you're doing triple damage with these guys, or 5 times damage.
So let's talk about that. Jules is on the stage, or he was on the stage just now. I'd like to.
He's around, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get his insight with matters here as well. Is this then, and forgive my choice of words, okay? Is this a smokescreen for this loop? Is the doctor's increasing ability merely a smokescreen to grab players' attention for Paragon, or does this actually assist the loop? Jules Verne.
I don't think it assists the loop. I think it does make him more attractive, particularly for his below deck ability, getting all the way up to 100% critical chance and boosting his use in a PvP crew setup. However, because he's only against hostile explorers and also in wave defense, I feel like that really reduces his ability to be useful in the loop when, to be honest, the only explorers are either combat drones or are training drones, which have tools to be used against them. It's a Venari Raw we really need a tool against. So this no longer helps against that hostile even. So for 20% of the hostiles you're going to hit, does it help? No.
Okay.
I don't even like his below deck ability.
Me neither,
by the way. It's only for interceptors, and it's a 61+ officer. So I mean, nobody needs
that's
critical
great for the
chance on the interceptors because the interceptor strike team or all the PvP crews we have. I mean, maybe you'll survive an extra round against like Explorer Strike Team before they nerf you. But
how many rounds does PvP go these days?
Like half.
Like 1.
Yeah.
Actually, so 8 rounds doesn't even.
Well, in fairness,
until they give us critical mitigation.
That's
in
not.
PvP.
It's not entirely true. Some PvP. I mean, Barrier has helped extend that a little bit. All right, it's still not great, but they are usually going more than 1 round. It's certainly not, the first person who clicks anymore, but it's still close. Now, Alpaca says, what was the change before and the change after? So on the screen, you can see the old values. Then they made the new values, which are highlighted in blue. The only change that is not listed here, Jules, if I want to make sure that I'm saying this correctly, was he also was a 5-round player or 5-round efficacy, and now he's 8. Kind of putting him on the same level as Honor Guard Worf in some cases. But he was only a 5-round officer, and now he's 8. So they did buff the Doctor, okay? But again, for me... All right, this is a PvP officer that's probably not going to make a difference for me in PvP because I don't buy all the other things. I would have found a little bit more value potentially in his officer ability, but now that makes me feel a little sour because the hostiles that are tough or the ones that we're needing to focus on are not there. Now, Cruzito says they didn't see the spend they wanted and are trying to get us to buy by buffing his abilities. That's kind of what I was saying at the beginning. Yeah. And I would have maybe fallen for it. That's why we're here talking about it, Cruzito. If I look at the officer buffing his abilities by double, right, I'm thinking, okay, maybe now he's worth a few materials for weekend number 3's Paragon Recruit event. Maybe he's worth a few materials. But here's Matters saying it's still is not the same efficacy of the building. And here's Jules saying it's not even against the hostiles that really matter. So is buffing the doctor, I come back to my original question, Tarpy, is buffing the doctor a smokescreen? Tarpy left.
No, Tarpy doesn't know what you mean by that, but I just don't know what you mean by smokescreen.
Are they playing a shell game with that buff? Are they using the buff as a reason to get you to chase it?
Even though it may not be
probably
valuable. Even though it may not do it. Red herring. Good one. Retrieving. Yeah. Tarpy, give me your thoughts on this. Give me your thoughts.
I wasn't going to go after him anyway because of exactly what Jules and Matters said. So doubling his stats mean nothing to me. And when I see that they're buffing this guy's stats, I hope that they do the other two in the officer group as well.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. Is I still don't want him. It's not going to make me go for that really bad pulls on the Paragon event. So yeah, it's red herring.
Benny Hill says the RNG kills it for him. Doesn't matter how good the officer is without being able to guarantee a return, which is kind of something that we've said on this show for 5-6 years now, Griffin, is players want to know their cost, right? We want to know what our investment is. We want to know what our return is for our investment. Okay.
Yep. So, RNG definitely kills that whole event.
Does.
Even with the guaranteed unlock after however many thousand.
It's not even a
pulls.
guaranteed unlock. Well, you're talking about multiple 90 roll guarantees. You're talking about 450 rolls to get a guaranteed unlock. That's insane. That's insane. All right. Hey, Nicole.
I don't like him at the buff level either. Like even Captain Superhater said earlier in the chat that he'd be a good addition to a Hierarch crew for PvP, but that's just if the Hierarch procs Hull Breach, which is not a guarantee. It's a 1 in 3 chance, right? So I don't get where they're going with this. I agree with you, DJ. I don't get where they're going with that with the doctor.
Yeah, obviously I think that this is I think that Cruzito's right. I think my theory is right. This is an opportunity that they see to try to increase Paragon sales. And it may even work for some players who are not mechanically intelligent about the game. And that's why I wanted to talk about this tonight. On the surface, this looks really good. But we have to think about what exactly is wave defense. What is he doing? It's why we've got the mad scientist Jules Verne. It's why we've got the officer expert Matters here. These things, as Griffin calls it, is kind of a shell game. Benny Hill calls it retrieving, calls it a red herring. It looks like, and I'm going to use my verbiage carefully, but critically, this is an uninspired, non-knowledgeable attempt to increase Paragon sales to players who don't know better. And I want to believe that that's not intentional, but I have to believe that it probably is. All right? And this is... Cruzito, let me ask a question. We've seen dangerous buffs to the game. Right? We've seen that in the past. We've warned them, right? Apex Bear or Apex Shred. We warned them not to do that, right? We said don't do it. Then
you hate that.
I hate Shred. And then we've seen other things. We've seen cascade damage in PvP, and we said, nope, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Don't do this, and they did it anyway. All right. Now, tinfoil hat on for a second. Tinfoil hat on. This to me feels like, Griffin, it feels a little underhanded. It feels like, hey, let's make this big noticeable change to an officer we know is not actually going to impact the balance of the game.
I mean, you can't go that far. I think that's a stretch. There are cases where a 500% isolated cascade damage boost at max would be attractive to some players in certain levels of the game. I'm not going to slap the underhanded label on it. I'm just going to slap the "we know better than to chase it" label.
So are you going to go back to this is a buff made by someone who doesn't understand duo waves in the first place?
It could be. It could be. Yeah. I think that's a fair interpretation. I think that you're probably right about, hey, we want to increase spending on this event. How can we do it? Well, what do you get if you spend on the event? Oh, you unlock the doctor. Oh, okay, we'll make it more and make it more compelling to unlock the doctor. See, that can all be true, but still not be underhanded. It's just not a wise investment. That's all.
And I guess that's where I struggle, man. I'm struggling with this because it's yay, look at what we did. Except what this is nothing. Like, if I'm going to be completely honest, it's nothing. And more than that, now it is early. It is early. I'm not going to poop on the idea of Officer Laurels right now, but right now, super bad. Like right now, if imagine, guys, that you did have a COTA and you guys pulled enough shards to get tier 3 of this officer, wouldn't matter. You're going to be grinding Officer Laurels for the next 10 months to get to tier 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is double bad. It's a double negative flavor. I actually kind of feel like, Jules, he's stepped off the stage again. All right, Putz, let me come to you. You're a guy who worked COTA. You're a guy who super duper worked COTA. Okay? Me personally, why did you have to suffer the double loss? Hell, leave COTA the way it was. If you're going to change the Officer Laurels to this kind of super exclusive, really difficult to source badge, does this sound familiar, anybody? Then earning the shards doesn't matter because we're never going to get the badges or the credits to upgrade it. Why did we need the doubled bad taste? Leave COTA and then do the Laurels and just make us grind for that, but at least then we got the shards. I don't know. Maybe
here's the reason. Here's the reason why they have two speed bumps is so they can offer to sell 2 different things to fix each speed bump along the way. Why build one when you could build 2 for twice the price?
And that is authorized sourcing model. That's the DJ's approved model in the game.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Fair enough. So this is the doctor. This is a change today. Cruzito says this very much falls in line, DJ, with your earlier theory. All right. This is not built for us, but maybe for those that come in the game later. This is future-proofing the duo wave design. Maybe so. Before we talk about the primes, I've got a million questions about the meeting with Connor. So let me go into some of this. First of all, the meeting with Connor went fine. Okay. It was cordial. It was professional.
He was wearing a fantastic Star Trek shirt.
He was wearing a great T-shirt. I feel like I was relatively candid. I told him that there were a lot of people calling for his head. I said that there were a lot of people that are blaming him for the issues that are happening right now. And one of the suggestions that I had was for him to stop being so quiet. We had the blog posts and now we don't. And, we've had all this negativity. And even, sometimes, and by the way, I am in on this crowd. Maybe not everybody agrees, but I found myself understanding and more patient when I understood what was going on. You guys remember when he talked to me about my Outpost experience, for example, and when he was talking about the tick system and the blogs and all this, for example. I feel like when players actually feel like they know something instead of just being patronized, then we typically feel a little bit better.
Well, that's why I said what I said, which you thought was fantastic. Well,
I appreciate that. I don't... as far as takeaways, you know, and I've got to be somewhat cautious in what we talk about. As far as takeaways from that meeting, I don't know. I hope that he hears some of the messages that were delivered. I hope that they are able to continue turning the ship as they believe that they have been. It doesn't feel that way to me. And I believe that message was probably delivered, but it was a cordial, professional, polite meeting. All right, nobody yelled, nobody was cussing, nobody was doing any of this stuff. Tabby Moses says, has Connor seen your survey where you called for his job change? I don't know. I think so, because they also made a very not so thinly veiled joke about my junkers. All right, which, by the way, I appreciate it. I don't have a problem injecting humor. You guys know this about me very much so. I have no problem injecting humor into a tense situation. That's me, okay? So I had no problem with them making jokes about my junkers, okay? And they did multiple times. So that being said...
Well, you know, that could be a complete coincidence. You don't know that for sure.
I mean, they specifically said the words about me demolishing.
It wasn't.
That was not coincidence in any way, shape, or form. But
well, you know, you know what they say, DJ, you play, you pay.
Yeah. So I don't know if they saw that clip of my video where I said enough is enough. I don't know. I am going to operate under the assumption that he knows everything that I say. That might be might be irresponsible, but here's the thing: it's also measured. I don't say things that I don't mean publicly. If I do say something mistakenly, I will always admit it. If I have said something irresponsible, unprofessional, or out of anger, I always apologize. I've done it to my own team. I've done it to Putz. I've done it to Tarpey. I've done it to Griffin. I've done it to Bubba. I have. I'm human. I make mistakes. I stand behind everything I say unless I specifically say otherwise. I can walk my own words back if I choose. I have not chosen to do so yet. So I am going to presume that he knows my position. I believe that I made it clear today that players are not happy with him, but they continue to have a plan. So, you know, I guess we will see. You know, I mean, if you were expecting this meeting to be Connor telling me that he was resigning, then you guys are crazy. That was never going to happen. Okay. But I'm not sure what I wanted out of the meeting, to be honest with you. And I'm not sure what I honestly got out of the meeting, to be honest. I feel like there were a couple of good things that were talked about. There were good things talked about. There were good things that have been actioned on. There are good things that are going to come into the game. And I applaud those good things. I do. I don't know that it's enough to turn player sentiment around to go back to thinking that, hey, STFC is a fun, enjoyable, likable game that I love spending time and money on. I don't think anything that I saw today makes me feel this way. I don't think anything that I saw today is going to make you guys feel that way. Now, I will say that there are good things that they have done and that they are working on and that will be released. And I don't even necessarily just mean features. I mean, there's some QOL stuff in there. There's some stuff that we've asked for before. There's some stuff that some of you guys...
Some good back-end stuff, just making things work better and faster.
Yeah, listen, there were good things that were talked about today. But when we talk about the overall direction of this game and the direction of the decisions and the direction of monetization and the direction of content and the direction of ops targeting and the direction of G7 versus mid-ops, nothing I saw today makes me say to myself, oh, God, thank the Lord we're saved. All right, and I'm going to ask that question to people who were involved. By the way, most of there were multiple people here. Most of my team was involved. Jules was there, Griffin was there, Tarpey was there. I'll ask you guys, very, very veiled, very vague. Do you see something that I didn't? Did we see anything today that says, thank God, the game is saved?
Well, here's the thing: is that it's hard to put a fine point on because there's so many things in the game that we want to have improved or fixed or addressed. And short of coming to a meeting with, oh, here's the 32 things that we improved, addressed, or fixed, there's that messaging of we understand that things need to be improved, addressed, and fixed, and just watch for what happens in the back end. And it's silly. I could show you one example of where I see, okay, I have some faith in the process. If you turn on the whale cam for a second, I'll show you. This is something that you could not possibly know yourself, UltimatDJz, so I'll show you what kind of put the light bulb in my head and went, okay, so I see the thing that he's talking about. And that's, for example, here is my nice little garbage cow. And watch this, DJ. I select this target.
The lag.
I click this button, and boom, it immediately kills it.
Lag.
And that's really cool. I don't have to wait 5 seconds, and it happens every time. On both of my garbage cows, I go A, B, and it responds A, B. Now, is that wake the kids and phone the neighbors? I mean, we're not going to make a video about that, but it's just little things like that, oh, I see, okay, they are actually showing up to work, and they're actually trying to make some back-end improvements for response time. And a big part of what we talked about today was, in fact, response time. And so I will say that was sort of, okay, you know what? You came with a couple receipts, and I can show that and I can prove that. The message that I had was essentially that we want to be able to explain to the players the why behind what they want to accomplish. And I think they're very receptive to, hey, we need to be better at communicating with content creators about the whys. And so I have hope for the future that will occur. And, they spent a lot of labor, a lot of man hours on that meeting. A lot of people showed up to address the class, and I thought that was great. So those are my positives. There are a million negatives, but was there something positive that came out of it? Yes, there definitely was.
That's fair. That's a fair postmortem. Cruzito says, I don't know, DJ, do you feel like they owe us an explanation? So, no, I don't. Okay. I think a company in their position right now, Cruzito, needs to embrace any goodwill that they can. I think a company in their position needs to capitalize on goodwill and needs to capitalize on player sentiment and take the wins where they can. Okay. Do I think that they owe us? No. I've always said that. They do not. But as Griffin just pointed out, this meeting today was called by them. Okay? They called the meeting. They wanted to come and talk. They wanted to come and share. All right? And there was a classroom full of people. So I think if they didn't want to make an effort, Cruzito, then they wouldn't. All right. The fact that they had this call today, the fact that there were several of us there, the fact that they're talking to us about some of this stuff that you guys will see. And as Griffin said, they did show up with a few receipts. Okay. The fact that this stuff happened does probably bode well. Do they owe it? No, Cruzito. Should they be capitalizing, doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on people that want to talk positively about the game? Yes, they should. Yes, they should. So, Cruzito says needs to or wants to? No, they need to. And they should want to. All right, and I do think that they do. But
I think that both are true. I truly do. They came to the meeting very prepared. They knew exactly what the hot buttons were. They documented what the hot buttons were, and they were talking about what they're doing about it. And so what more can you ask for in that particular moment in time? Yeah. It's not like they showed up and said, oh, so, people are pissed off. What's going on out there in your communities? See, that would have been insulting. Yeah. And this meeting was the opposite of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, coming back to the overall sense of the meeting, and Tarpey, I didn't get to hear from you. I heard from Griffin. Tarpy, Jules, if you guys would like
Jules
to sound
is
off.
back too.
Both of you guys were present, or I'm sorry, maybe you didn't want to acknowledge that. But like I said, a lot of our team was there, and I'm grateful to that. We had a very strong representation, and I feel like a lot of perspectives were shared. Tarpy, Jules, either one of you. Tarpy, you go first. Was there anything that stood out to you, and obviously the Vegas sense of the word, but anything that stood out to you as being either a positive, a detractor, or hey, maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel?
So there were some very important people, there were some very notable people, and there were some very public-facing people. So everybody is seen, and people who do a lot of behind-the-scenes work were there. And so there were at least half a dozen people from Scopely who were there talking about their process. And I thought that was really appreciated. So if nothing else, they were communicating. And that is a thing that they don't always do. And I don't want to give them a million chances, because eventually someone has to say enough. But, there were enough important people there saying, hey, we know we can do better, that I'm still willing to, put my hand out and say, okay, let's see how you follow through on that, because that's the biggest part of it. Mm-hmm. Is you could say, hey, we're going to do a lot better, but then it's, how, and we all go through this with things in our lives, right? There's always somewhere in your life that you drop a ball, and how do you come back from that? So this is the phase where they're Connor said some things and other people said things, and it's what do they do after that to actually continue showing that there can be some more trust built. And I'm willing to give them that. The door, they opened the door. You said they set the meeting. They set this meeting a month ago, right? That was there for a month. So they have been planning a meeting like this for a month. And I appreciate that.
So thank you for that. I appreciate that. And you know what? That's good. I think that that the STFC team needs that opinion from people like Tarpy, because
what does that mean?
No, I think that there needs to continue to be a ray of positivity and hope. I think my flame has burnt out. All right, or at least it's been snuffed here a little bit, because I'm kind of with a lot of people in chat. Actions mean more than empty promises, says Corey. We can do better. That's so 2022. Vic says enough people are saying enough and archiving accounts. Jamabi says a new attempt on the same old language. I am there. Polar Bear says fool me once. Right? Tabby Moses says, how many chances does your dealership give an employee that constantly says, I know I can do better? You guys are all right. And why I am one step beyond Tarpy right here, where like I say, okay, like we have heard this before. We have not seen enough tangible evidence of significant procedural and technological change. We have not seen enough evidence of a significant intelligence or a significant cultural shift. All right. We've not seen enough change in the client, its stability, its performance. If anything, we see more and more and more things break while more and more things are shoved down our throats. Me, personally, I'm with a lot of the players at this point, Tarpy, where like, okay, I've heard all this before. So
and
I want
the way I want
done.
to phrase that is I will always, if someone says they're going to work on it, if they say, I'm going to change that, like I've had family members that have struggled with addiction. And that is a thing that someone has to actually commit to change, right? And so I'll look at my family member and say, yeah, I will absolutely be here for you when you actually make that change. So that's the spirit that I'm holding the door open in is, okay, I
Yeah.
hear you say that,
And that's fair.
and I will be here for you.
That's fair.
But this is, because I'm still playing the game, right? Like,
Sure.
I'm holding that door open because
I don't want the game
when
to go
I
away.
quit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't want the game to go away. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Fair points. Jules?
So that's the spirit.
Jules, that is. You know what? And that's why I said, Tarpy, I'm glad that there is that hope coming out of there. I'm glad that you have that perspective. I don't think I share it, but I am glad that you have that. I'm glad that you still feel, maybe I'm jaded. Maybe I feel like, man, come on, guys. We've said the same thing. Like, I need to see.
I think you're
it.
giving me.
But that's why I showed you my garbage cow. Look, I came with the receipt.
Glasses, DJs. You're giving me a lot of rose tint there that I don't think is there.
Fair enough.
Just so you know.
Fair enough. Jules, and again, sorry if apologies. I should have thought twice about mentioning whether or not you were there. If you wanted to mention that you were there, I apologize for that. But Jules was with us as well, Tarpy. Jules, do you care to comment, or do you have any comments that you would like to share with the community regarding our interaction today?
I do, and I have two specifics that are not leaks close to them. Gufflewaffle has pointed out several times that we want concrete quality of life improvements with deliverable dates.
Yes.
And I'm going to respond with a very specific, there is to me, a very valuable quality of life improvement that I knew about that's been in the works for a stupidly long time. And even they admitted that this was a heavier technical challenge to pull off than they expected. And they've been working on it, but then obviously needed to step away from that quality of life to fix some of the big stability bugs that they were dealing with. They are back and they want to deliver it within the next 1 or 2 months, right? Yeah. So that is where, if they had given a concrete, would you have been more mad if they didn't deliver it in, say, February when they wanted to, but instead delivered it in June when they could have? You know what I mean? Like, what would it made you feel better to know that it was in the pipeline without having a concrete date, aka what the roadmap is supposed to be? Or is it better to be surprised and happy when they show up, and especially when they don't come out with any announcements saying that they're there?
Yeah.
That's one thing. And that's the thing that we heard from them. I have another specific of what we told them. And I walked in a little bit late to this conversation, so I don't know, Griffin, if you've shared what you said, which was the
not at all.
why
Go right
question.
ahead.
Griffin was quite inspirational today. Griffin delivered the keynote speech today. If I am just, tooting his horn a little bit, Griffin was
toot.
Griffin was the epitome speaker of all of us. He delivered an amazing message. Jules, go ahead and deliver that content.
There was actually applause and fanfare after he was done speaking. It was amazing.
There was, as there should be.
The gist of your point, though, was explain to the players why, because there is a why. Isn't just unstable, buggy, whatever. There's a reason why. They know the reason. And some of that is like they don't want to respond every single time because they know that just is fanning the flames, or that is just proving how broken the game is to some players who want to find all the places it's broken. But in the end, we want to hear that they are working on something, and not just hear, we could have done better. Like, we don't need to hear that again. We need to hear the why of what's happening and why the game is this way today on this moment, And I think that was a really good point. And so I'm hoping that the communication that we do receive is going to be more directed, is going to be more explanation, isn't going to be apologies. It's going to be, here's exactly what's happening. Because maybe there is some grace players want to give if they think, okay, well, I know things are going to get better because I can understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a very fair point, and one that was very, very loud today and very well delivered. And I am with Jules that I hope that happens. I want to see it. All right, and maybe it's just because I'm a little tired. Right, we've been down this road. Even I've been down this road longer than Jules has. I'm just a little tired. That's all. And I hope that these things happen. I hope that the STFC team is taking this seriously. I believe that the gesture is there, that they're taking it seriously. That's why we had the meeting today. But like Corey says, I mean, actions speak louder than words, and that's what I want to see. So I do want to circle back to Jules's first point that there are, I think for me, Jules, there are two things that are coming in the very near future that I am quite happy about as far as QOL. Okay, quality of life. There are two things. Jules said one. I think there's two that I'm significantly happy with. And again, certainly quality of life, for sure, doesn't, I think, solve many of our underlying emotional damage. Okay? However, there are two things, and Guffa, to your point, Guffa says, I want to see ideas, I want to see deadlines. Jules says that's not always going to be the case, and you are correct. Jules is right, and they've said as much. We can't always commit to a day because then more people are going to crucify us if we don't hold the date or if we've got to push or we've got to delay or this or that. That being said, one of these that I am happy about will indeed come with M91, which is in just 2 weeks. Okay? Mm-hmm. So one of these things that I am very happy about will come in M91. And the other one should be right after. Okay? Should be, and I say in M91. Tarpy is right. Thank you. It may not be M91.0. It might be M91.1, but it is coming during M91. And I am happy about that. Okay? And I think a lot of people are going to be happy about that. But again, I just kind of circle back and I'm like, I need more. I need more out of Connor. I need more out of the STFC team, and I need to see that it's going to come. I do think, Jules, that I am going to claim 10% vindication in my G3 through G5 is the today focus for the Fleet Command team. All right.
Yeah.
I am going to claim a little bit more. Cruzito thinks that I'm right. A lot of you guys think I'm wearing tinfoil hat theory, that the late stages of the game are going to slow down. Yeah, I think I'm right. I think I'm right after some of the stuff I saw today. So, yeah, I think. Killer J says, anyone here in DJ twice? Yes, Griffin always does that. Griffin's feeding back.
I did not. No, I am not. Nothing's
you are
on.
feeding back. You are feeding back.
I am not. There's no way that I could feed back.
You're feeding back.
Where?
Twitch windows open.
Do you have two? No, he never has two Twitch windows open, but yeah, he is.
The person who said that.
Maybe it's my headphones, but they're down.
Windows open.
Yeah, no, it's super quiet. It's not two full volumes. It's one full volume and then one teeny tiny silent little.
It's
ghost.
Probably my cans. I'm sorry about my headphones.
Yeah, that's what it is. Corey says I don't hear it twice. It's super quiet. Most people probably can't, but it's there. But it's fine. So anyway,
let's talk more about how I was the hero of the meeting. Why do we have to talk about sound problems? What
you were the hero. You were the hero, guys. Okay. The clouds parted, angels descended, and bowed to the grace that was Griffin's speech today. Absolutely.
I mean, I was the chosen one. Somebody's got to do it. I mean, it's got to be me.
All right, there it was. Guffa says, give us the Cliff Notes version. Jules just did.
That was it. That was the whole thing.
You just got it. Okay? You just got it. However, oh my gosh. Right here. Fisty says, quotes and sound bites or it didn't happen. I'm not prepared to share that with you right now, but I can provide those.
Ooh.
Because I record everything.
Oh, DJs.
I record record everything. All right. So yeah, I could do that. No, I am the team historian. Like Enterprise is our historian for the PPP out here. All right. I always record all of our stuff. It's all uploaded into a drive and it's shared. Anytime the STFC team wants to share something, whether it's with the other creators or moderators or internally, that always comes from mine. I'm always the one that does that. It's me. So hi, hello,
Perfect.
it's me. So anyway, I can probably do that. Sydney says, let me guess, do subs and bits and you can hear it. Hell yeah, that's a brilliant idea, Sydney. Pay up.
I love that.
All right.
Oh, speaking of which,
yeah, pay
speaking
up.
of which, there was a question from someone who wanted to not pay Twitch, but wanted to do a Go Wheel boost. Do you have a money number for what that would be?
Yeah.
5,000 bits is about $65.
To me, it's $50. So it would be cheaper to do that than it would be to do bits, actually. So yeah, no, to me, a bit is a penny. So yeah, you want to do a Go Wheel, $50. All right, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Easy peasy. All right, those are actually really, really. And Alicia says, "Holy crap, only $50? Wait, only or too much?" Yeah, no, 5,000 bits.
No, I think that's an only right there.
5,000 bits is $50. All right, so yeah, 5,000 bits is $50. But we
What
do
a deal.
We do also have cash goals. So I mean, if you wanted to do that, for
You're hiding
example, you specify, right? Like as a matter of fact, Tarpy, we did already, and by the way, we should point this out. We should go ahead and put this out there. We have already received 1 or 2 hour sponsorships on the Saturday stream. Just like we have in the past, Griffin, you can sponsor an hour. We're going to give you guys access to some extra goodies and a fun little prize pack from the weekend. If you guys sponsor an hour, we're giving you 24 hours no matter what, but if the hour is sponsored, you're going to get your name up on the screen just like we always have. And we've got a nice, cute little swag bag for you as well. So we've already received 1 or 2 of those. Exclamation point tip, exclamation point donate if you'd like to contribute to that. And of course, for those people who did, they just put in the notes that this is what it was for, so it doesn't necessarily go into the tip jar. It'll be moved around. And for that reason, you don't want to use exclamation point tip, exclamation point donate. You want to use exclamation point Venmo or exclamation point PayPal. Okay, those are the direct pay, and they are anonymous, and you can put notes on them. Okay, that's how you can do that if you want to go around. That's exclamation point Venmo, exclamation point PayPal. And you can do that. So, and Alicia says, I spent $126 for 10,000 bits. Yeah, because Twitch has to make their cut. But yeah, the way that we're doing it, and Alicia, then, you know, for me, bits are pennies. So there you go. Anywho, Burton says, are some sources of paying you better than others in terms of fees? Cash is always best. All right. Twitch takes 30% of your sub. They take what, 15% of your bits, and then PayPal takes like 3%. So it's always a little bit better there.
What a deal.
What a deal by Grabthar's Hammer. Speaking of deals, let's go back into our patch notes because there is something here that I like.
I was waiting for you to hear about the Prime 2 hours ago.
Yeah, sorry. Matters likes it, or Matters doesn't like it. I like it. Matters doesn't like it. Griffin's going to love it. All right, let's talk about these new Prime nodes. There are 3. There are 3 of them, and I saw Lube do an expert analysis today. Oh, boy.
Hey, Griffin and DJ and
What?
Tarpy, got a question for you. Can I sponsor an hour? But the sponsor name be I Love Cocaine. No.
Best we can do is Coke Zero.
Yeah, or like Coca-Cola. I don't know.
I love that so much. Killer. I love that.
I have a spreadsheet for it, so I can put it in there.
That is so
That'll
good.
be our last show.
That might
on
be
the
the
network.
best sticker you've ever sent, actually. That wins. That wins the day. This hour is brought to you by cocaine.
No, don't do it. No, he did it. Good thing I
There's
talked
no
over it.
music background either.
Oh my God, that's good. All right, so let's take a look at these three new primes that we got here. Okay, first of all, G7 Prime station efficiency. First of all, I've had
I'll
players.
whore myself out for another $100 tonight.
Damn straight I will. Thank you, Jules. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, guys. First, we're going to talk about G7 Prime. Prime building efficiency, this brand new one right here. They added a level.
Is that only freaking materials, or is it resources too?
Material only, but it does include common, uncommon, and rare. Okay.
Well, where's my par steel Prime, Scopely? Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
I need par steel Prime.
Buy a pack. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at G7. And by the way, very G7. It's only G7. Okay. G7
Where is
Prime station efficiency. It is in your station tree. And
that's not new. I already have that one maxed.
No, you don't. I
have it on my screen right here.
You have level 2 of it. You do not. When did you?
I don't know.
You literally did that today, my friend.
Did I?
You had to have.
Oops.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember doing it, but
all right. All right.
That is your best accidental purchase of the day.
Yeah,
of the week.
It truly is. Because
I don't know. You should see what I got coming in on Amazon for Tarpitude. That remains to be seen. That might be one of the top 5 purchases, but you can't really judge until the end of the week.
All right. Well, for the rest of us that didn't just blindly purchase anything today, this is what you got. It was 2 at 300%. Level 1 was 100%. Level 2 was 300%. And now they've introduced a 3rd layer, giving you another 200%. So it is uniform. Actually not, right, Jules? It is a diminishing return, which means that this level 3 is slightly less effective than it was buying level 2. However, Lube did a very, very, very good demonstration on this thing today. And it's all because of the amazing folks over at Spock's Club. Okay, let's take a look at our requirements for me to say go to Shipyard 73 to build my G7 Uncommon. Okay, we're going to take a look.
Man.
We're going to take a look at our screen right here. This is what I currently need: 1.6 billion par steel. That sucks. Okay, 1.6 billion par steel. I need 1.6 billion par steel. I need 256,000 uncommon ore, 276,000 uncommon gas, and 50,000 uncommon crystal. Well, let's hop on down here. Now, first of all, I have 2 levels of this Prime already. Some of you may not have any levels of the Prime. If you did not have any levels of the Prime, where the heck is it? I'm going to find it. I know it was here. I saw it earlier.
It's a nice cat.
Here we go. G7 Prime station efficiency. Okay, I've got mine at level 2. Now, let's pretend I didn't own that Prime at all. Okay? Let's come up here to what I need. And I am going to take a screenshot. I'm totally ripping off Lube right now. He did this exact same thing, and it's brilliant, brilliant teaching, and I'm gonna steal it. Okay? Because he was absolutely legendarily brilliant today when he was doing this little teaching thing. Okay? So right here is my investment cost with no primes. Sooner says rich people problems. Oh, you're talking about Griffin.
What?
You didn't remember buying a pack, bro. I mean, come on.
Listen, number 1, I don't have any problems. So what are you even talking about? That's 1. And number 2, I do have problems because if you look at my stupid screen, I mean, all Lube's regurgitated teachings are great, but look at me. I have all 3 primes and I still need 29,000 this god blessed damn crystal and 32,000 of the rare stupid gas.
Wow.
So yes, there are still plenty of problems.
Absolutely true.
Exactly.
Absolutely true.
Yes. Anyway, go ahead.
And I'm going to point out, by the way, while we're blaming Lube for things, Lube also today told Connor that Alliance tournaments were perfect and did not need any rehashing.
If I don't open it, then later I can play it.
That was a really awkward moment.
It was. Clip clip it, share it with him. He's been called out. I don't know why.
You play, you pay.
You pay. All right. And that's literally exactly what Lube said. He was like, listen, all these suckers, okay, if they want to play in a lot of tournaments, they want to grind free primes, let them pay for it, okay? He was like, we're going to pay one way or another. We're going to pay on the front. We're going to pay on the back, but we're paying. And then he dropped the mic. It was crazy. It was a crazy, crazy moment. So, anyway, that's Lube for you. Crazy guy, okay? Crazy guy.
Wait, you said he's paying for the front and the back?
Totally joking. Disclaimer, love Lube. We just like giving him grief for Alliance tournaments. I'm 100% blaming him on Alliance tournaments. It's happening. The chef says, like, wait, what? It's Lube's fault. It was Lube's fault. He's the leader of the IPAC cabal. Okay? It's Lube. Lube.
Yeah, and then he said something like 1,000 quid. That's nothing. I don't even know what that means.
Lube. Yeah. He was talking about, 1,000 quid, he said. All right. What the hell's a quid? Okay. First of all. Second of all.
Okay.
Yeah, Havoc says he can't even be here to defend himself. It's like 4 a.m. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. All right. Anyway. Joking aside, all the jokes aside, love Lube. I'm totally BSing. It's totally a joke. All the disclaimers. Most people know that by now. We riff on him all the time. We love him dearly. But in case you're new or you don't know that I'm playing, I'm totally playing. Also, what the hell's a quid? Secondly, he did brilliant teaching today. So we're going to look at this. Here's my cost. $329,000 or if I didn't have the Prime. Okay. Now we're going to
switch your screen back. I'm getting depressed looking at my rare shit.
Okay. Right here, 329,000 or 354 on gas, 140 on crystal. Now let's go to that Prime, and we're going to do we're going to do what I did, which was had it at level 2. Okay. Level 2 automatically is going to take that down to 256,000, saving me 74,000 ore. 74,000 ore. It's going to drop me down to 275,000 gas from 354, saving me 79,000 gas. 79,000 gas. And crystal, it's going to drop me down to 50,000 from 140,000, saving me 90,000 gas. That's what the Prime that I already bought. That's what the Prime that I already bought. So now let's go one step further with this Prime. They added another 200% level 3. Mm-hmm. We're going to go up.
Very nice.
Another 200%. Actually, you know what? Hang on. We're going to take another screenshot here. Okay. Pull it back up. This is with level 2. And by the way, this is what I have right now. Whoops. There we go. This is what I have right now. So let's see what that last $100 is going to do. It is $100. Please tell me it's $100 and not like $500. Yeah. Okay, $100. So let's take a look at the last $100. Taking it from 300% to 500%. Just that is going to now drop me another 34,000 ore. It's going to drop me another 35,000 gas. And it's going to drop me another 40,000 crystal.
Pretty good.
I mean, that's crazy. Now, one of the things that that Lube did on his show today was demonstrated how many materials come in a single $100 pack. Griffin, I'm going to flip over to you because I don't want to lose my screen. Will you please go into one of your stores and show me, I don't know, in your best building pack, how many G7 uncommon ore comes in your pack? And you're an Op 74, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't have to ask me twice. Go to the store, please.
Andy, I don't need all 3 for a building. I did requirements. That's for me to get to Shipyard 73. So I've got several things to do. Okay, several things to do.
All right, well, there you go. 4770 uncommon.
4770. But how many? Oh, yeah, 4770 ore. Now, flipping back to mine, this $100 is going to save me 25,000 materials. So let me ask the question. Now, first of all, Roselius, nothing about G7 is free to play.
Well, that's the savings of $600.
Okay, nothing about G7 is free to play right now, except for JB, but he's a machine. Okay? That being said, if anybody buys a material pack and doesn't buy this Prime, you are literally just peeing out of the car window.
You're just burning the money.
Burning
Burning. This is why the week before last, I was so amped on the efficiency that I was working on, is because I've got to get to this level to get to these high-end efficiencies, because otherwise you just get killed in the building cost. You get killed.
Mimi says, am I the only one who was extremely amused by the way DJs kept pausing to frantically try to do math in his head? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I did. There's smoke.
And don't forget the hyperventilating.
It took me a second, but I did get there. I got there. Okay, got there. Roughly, ballpark math.
It's worth exponentially more than that daily resource pack that so many people purchase religiously every month.
Yeah.
And sometimes without buying anything else.
Yeah. That is true.
This is much better.
Vazo, RT Vazo says, what a deal! Can you add them to ask 8 more tiers? Now, here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that, Tevezo. Okay? I actually had a player, by the way, very intelligent conversation with me today. I wish I could remember. I actually didn't recognize their name. I wish I could remember their name. I'd give them a shout out. They said, DJ, you've been screaming about the Dolomite Primes ruining the game for 3 years. Why is this different? You know what? Holy hell, what a great question. What a great question. Because I had to think about this for a minute. I had to think about this. Why will I... And by the way, I bought Dolomites also because it's stupid to not. Okay? It's stupid to not. But are they repeating the same mistakes about trashing their own economy for a quick moneymaker?
Well, I hope not.
Well, of course that's what they're doing.
Oh, okay. Good.
Of course that's what they're doing. Okay? Except, Candid Onion says definitely. Vic says probably. Absolutely. Okay? Wilson says yes, they are. Now, Packett says not as long as steel is a barrier. So that is one point that you've got that I agree with. That was one point that I came up with, is that it's not just the materials, it's removing one barrier. But as Griffin pointed out at the beginning of this segment, where's my efficiency on steel? Where's my efficiency on trite? Where's my... Well, nobody really needs efficiency on dill yet, but it's going to happen. Okay? Where's the steel?
Yeah.
Okay? I need the steel efficiency. Now, there's one other thing that I wanted to bring out. There's one other thing that I thought of as a point of how they might have anticipated this being the Dolomite thing. Okay? Matters has it. Matters, you deliver your point, because I agree with you 1,000%. And I've got a case study to demonstrate my point. Matters, why is this not the Dolomite Prime?
Because they launched G7 being like oppressively painful economy-wise, where it was just multiple hundreds of dollars just to go a tiny bit into each ops level. And I think they did that on purpose to then be able to lighten it up with future efficiencies like they are now.
1,000%
First making them paid.
Correct.
But later, maybe not.
1,000% correct. I am going to remind you of a scenario that happened right after Dolomites came out. Marsport says, I said that above. You're brilliant. Okay? I missed your text, but you're right. Okay? Why is this, quote unquote, better than Dolomites? Here's why, chat. Because it was planned.
Mm-hmm.
Dolomites were not planned. Very obviously not planned, as indicated by the disaster that became G4 scrapping. The disaster for the economy, by the way, not for the players. Disaster for the economy. The disaster for the economy of building and ships and scrapping and all this other stuff. And by the way, I'm going to point out, we saw a course correction. Does anybody remember? Because, by the way, I remember this as plain as day. Jules Verne literally was gnashing his teeth, literally wailing and pounding his fists into the floor on the release of the very next specialty ship. Please, right off the top of your head, anybody tell me what it was. Jules, do you even remember? Because you were highly emotional about this. What was it, Tarpy?
Monavine.
No.
Monavine.
No. Mimi's got it. It was the Voyager. Does anybody... Jules could probably find this for me very quickly. He probably knows exactly where it is. Okay?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, he knows where I'm going. The material and parts investment and the resource investment of the Voyager compared to anything else that had been released up to that point. I remember we had this conversation with players who said, well, I am boned if I don't buy the Dolomites. Yep, because the Voyager was about 7 times more expensive than any other ship released up to its point. They course corrected after the fact. Any new content that came afterwards was wildly inflated so that they could still get back what they were going to get, assuming players had the primes, except not everybody did.
Well, that's why Dolomites are 1,000% our fault. They are. Because I bet that when they came up with this concept of the Dolomites, somebody, Billy V1 probably said, there ain't no way more than 1% of the population or a fraction of the population is going to come out with $1,800 to max out these 3 Dolomite primes. Ain't no way. This is going to be the exception and not the rule. But the thing is, it did become the rule. And everybody did invest in those Dolomite primes at some level or another. I'm not saying everyone put in $1,800, but a lot of freaking people did, to the point where they had to course correct. Do you think Voyager's original plan was to be that expensive? No way. It's because so many people took advantage of the Dolomites that they had to do that course correction.
So your choice of words is slightly inflammatory, sir. That is not the player's fault. That is a poor game designer's fault. That is a poor management decision. That is poor economics planning. That is poor economy management. This, quite frankly, is design. Okay? And I actually said it. That was... I maintain it to this day, the absolute worst economy killer that STFC has ever released into the game. It was incredibly short-sighted. It was incredibly greedy. It was make cash now and F the game.
But you know what? If nobody bought it, nothing would have changed.
In that regard, I'm going to say the same thing about this new Prime, Griffin. You are silly if you buy packs and you don't buy this Prime immediately.
Right.
Okay? So, no, I'm not going to blame the players on that. If you want the best value for your dollar, this is how you do it. I'm not saying that you have to go do it. I'm saying if you want to spend efficiently in this game, you have no choice but to buy this Prime. However, Matters is right. The difference is they seemingly learned from Dolomite. So instead, we see the first time, and Cruzito's not going to like this particular simile, but This is the exact same create a problem, sell a solution, except it's stretched out over the entire G7 economy. Matters is right. They made this thing so oppressively expensive, knowing that they were going to release these things, knowing that people were going to pay for early access, knowing that it was going to eventually become more and more affordable and become cheaper, and there was going to be primes and this and that. All of this stuff was foretold.
I completely agree with you. I just like playing the devil's advocate on this one because it's the only way that I know that I can get you mad 100% of the time, and I just like to watch you squirm.
I know you do that, you tricky little trickster. Jules, tell us a little bit about what happened with Voyager when it came out.
Well, I actually don't think it was Voyager. Voyager does have a lot more of the parts requirements, but the materials were actually pretty similar to what had come before. To be honest, I think it was actually the Borg cube. This chart's not the easiest to follow.
Okay.
But if you scroll all the way to the right, there's actually some subcharts, some graphs that I've actually made that would probably be a little bit easier to kind of see.
Yeah, here we go.
The breakdown. So all the way to the right, there's some charts, comparison of G4 materials and parts. So you can see the Dauntless is like crazy more expensive than anything else. The Vindicator's super expensive. Even the Protector is more expensive than G4. Looking at G5, clearly the Dauntless, Cube, and Protector. G6 is just silly because it's Vengeance, obviously.
Which is not technically a specialty ship, but I digress. I am going to I'm going to wonder here. Okay, when we're looking at G4 parts. Okay, you're right. The Borg cube's pretty heavy up there.
I think the cube was the thing that launched after that.
The Protector, Relativity, and Gorn were not out. So if you look at the Borg cube, the Borg cube was still most of it, but Voyager was right there, right behind it. Looking at G5, Borg cube really high. Yeah, Voyager is lower. Okay, I might be wrong. Mimi says it was the Voyager. The issue was with the trite spike. And one of the Dolomides was for resources. You're right. I could have swore it was Voyager. I remember it like it was yesterday. All right.
Yeah, trite spike. Yeah, I see that. 44 trillion raw. Yeah.
Yeah. Where is it? Voyager. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. So it was the resource one. All right. Wasn't materials. Okay. It was the resource one. But anyway, I digress. But I remember Voyager came out and it was so inflated. And every ship that's come out since then has been so inflated. Why? Because they had to, because they had already wrecked their own economy with Dolomites. Who were the players affected the most? Free to play, non-spenders, who couldn't afford the Dolomites up front. Okay? That's right, Killer. Free to play. The people who couldn't afford the primes up front and had to wait months and months and months, if not years, to grind those things out, all paid a ridiculously inflated amount because STFC was incapable of protecting their own economy. Now, the difference here in G7 is exactly that. And by the way, I don't hate the prime. I don't hate the prime. If anything, this particular prime passes UltimatDJz University rule of monetization. Everybody can do it, but the prime makes it faster. Okay, well, matters everybody could do it, but painstakingly slow. You're paying for time here. You're paying for acceleration. That's exactly what it is. And the difference between this and Dolomite is that it does not feel reactionary. Okay?
Last thing for you, check the circle.
Yeah. They're definitely doing the same style of thing, except this time it was planned. Jules, tell us what we're looking at.
This is the list of all the G7 specific efficiencies and where they come from and what the biggest impacts are. This is actually in preparation for a welcome to G7 update. Did I say G6? I meant G7. G7 update presentation. This is going to be in there. And these are all the biggest factors that are exclusively for G7 or have a big impact in G7. The only one that's paid, because technically all the rest of them do have some sourcing somewhere, is this G7 Prime. Everything else you can source free to play.
Well, and it is a significant bonus, but Jules is right. You take a look out of all the available bonuses that are free to play. Okay? All the available bonuses that are free to play is 1,600%. You've got 500% that is the top off for pay. Now, let me rephrase. I say 1,600 is available for free to play. That's with the caveat that we like to use, Jules. It is available for indirect spend. Okay? I say indirect spend because in a lot of these cases, for you to have these maxed bonuses, you've probably invested in content. It's going to be a very slow grind, but it's available to grind, just like G7 materials. This Prime merely accelerates it. It doesn't paywall materials. We earn materials every single day. So Matters, Marsport, Cruzito, all absolutely right. All right? This is actually planned. This chart right here proves that it was planned and why players who do spend money should feel better about this than they did about Dolomite Primes. Free to play should feel better about this than they did about Dolomite Primes because we already see the cost. Nothing is changing. We already see the prohibitive, the offensive, the oppressive cost of G7. And as Matters points out, these efficiencies are going to roll out, and they're going to continue to roll out. They're going to continue to come. We're not done with these either. There's more on the horizon. So, and as Griffin pointed out, it still costs him multiple dozens of tens of thousands. I don't think I said that right. Tens of thousands of materials for a single building.
Dude, I got to spend like $3,000 if I want to go in there, and if I want to upgrade this stupid R&D department. I need 29,000 more gas than I have rare, and I need 18,000 more crystal than I have rare. Not to mention the par steel. So I'm only getting how much at a time on the, I think it's something stupid.
With rare, it's even less. You were 7,000 uncommon.
Like 1,000.
Yeah.
What am I getting on rare right here? 1,300. 1,300. And of course, gas and crystal are not available in the same pack.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm literally, if I wanted to today unlock the 75 researches, which is what I really need in the game to progress myself, I'm looking at like probably $2,000 just for this one building. Mayday, send help.
Okay. Now, that's right, Candid Onion. You're 1,000% right. Give it a year. Efficiencies will overcome the burden.
Ew, a year?
Well, you're on the leading edge.
By then, Shelby's going to catch me again, and then I'm never going to hear the end of that.
Yeah, true. All right. But Cruzito's also right. Or you could not speed your way through, save your money, play at a slower pace, enjoy the game, because all this Prime is doing is accelerating. It's not blocking and or granting access. It's just accelerating.
Cruzito, when I see the buildings that are not built that need to be built, that's unenjoyable to me.
Oh, that's funny. Now, taking a look at this particular Prime, again, as much as you guys feel disdain for these types of primes, this is why it's fundamentally different from Dolomite and why it officially passes the UltimatDJz University School of Monetization 101. Okay?
Indeed.
Jules, any further comments on this Prime before we move on to the other Prime? Because the other Prime's actually going to aggravate me.
It's a great Prime.
The other Prime. Jules, Tarpy, Putz, Matters, any thoughts?
Nothing further for the group.
Okay.
Nope. I can't wait until I can get this Prime in 2028. I'm looking forward to it.
I hope that it comes available to you sooner. Tarpy, any thoughts on this one before we move to the next one? Tarpy's gone. Okay, next prime.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry. You always find me when I'm like 20 feet away from my laptop.
Wait, you're not glued to your television right now? What gives? Tarpy fell
No,
asleep.
I was finding my credit card so I can book flights for Vancouver.
Wow. Okay.
I did update my curtains for you, Tarpitude. I thought that you would enjoy them. She always comments on how nice my background looks.
Well,
You're welcome, Tarpitude.
Well, I can't because DJ's is hiding it.
No, I'm not.
That's okay. I wouldn't show it either if I were him.
It's very, very
Look
attractive.
at that. Look at the beautiful green with the
I'm
red.
looking forward
It's very Christmassy.
to actually seeing how you have those lit, like in real life, because they still don't look real.
It's AI.
They're real. They're all real.
I know.
They're all real. It's
watched
very
you
Star
move them.
Trek. It's not Christmassy. I've got Klingon, I've got Romulan, and I've got Federation Blue and the Starfield in the background. Please notice the moving Starfield, by the way, on the 190-inch LED wall in the background. There you go. You're welcome.
190-inch LED wall.
I don't even have a wall that big in my house.
Well draped. Well draped. All right.
Thank you. See, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. Finally, from after 3 months, the expert himself, Jules Verne, has complimented me for my gaffing and my set design.
There you go.
I couldn't be happier. I've now lived a full and complete life.
There you go.
DJs, I got up to go find my card number. I come back over here running. Oh my God, Tarpy, I have to say something. And now I've forgotten it. Now I have to get up and go find my credit card number again.
Mission accomplished.
You're so mean.
All right, prime number 2. Prime Maverick Intel Efficiency. Increases the cost efficiency of Maverick periphery intel in the Maverick research tree by 20%. All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
What?
Oh.
What?
I just clicked on the link that Benny Hill's Ghost posted in chat.
Oh no.
Ah!
What? Hey, does anybody want to see this? This apparently is me holding a bat that is literally, what is it, pooping? Is it leaking?
I don't know.
Poop?
I don't want to know.
And
It's just gonna drop on me. I'm gonna get the Hanta.
What is this? Is it leaking poop? Like what is this?
Yes, I think that's exactly what's happening.
Why is it coming out of its neck? Why is there poop coming out of its neck?
I don't know. Well, you get what you pay for with AI.
Come on, bro.
Those are some giant. Never mind.
That's ginormous poops right there. Okay?
That's what she said.
All right. Anyway, back to the game. Matt, thank you, Benny Hills Ghost. Prime Maverick Intel Efficiency. All right. Here's the thing. Not to be disclaim. Does it pass the rules of monetization? Yes. Is there value? I don't like this one.
No.
I do not like this one at all. Matters, tell us why.
Because, you get a decent amount of that currency.
No, you don't.
You don't need an efficiency.
What are you talking about?
Maverick. That's the research currency, right?
Okay.
The
First of all,
research
no,
credits
we
for
don't get
Maverick.
we do not get a decent amount of this currency. A. All right. But B. All right.
Okay. I do.
You suck, is what he says.
No, you want to know why? You want to know why? Because he's not G7. So to Matters, I
Yes,
say
he is.
get gooder. Well, there's no way. There's no way you have plenty of that stuff. You're not done with all your G7 efficiencies. No, you're not. No way.
No, I haven't done all those yet.
Okay, well then you don't have
he
enough.
does not have his sphere touched.
I'm
Are you
not
kidding
done
me?
with
His
them,
sphere's
but
like
it's only
tier
been
3.
out for 2 months. If, I will be done with it within the next 2 months.
No.
And then I'll be done the whole tree.
No, you are out of your mind. Are
don't think
you?
so?
I will bet you
Well, it's Oxblock, for
$1,000. I will bet you $1,000 right now.
A whole Payflower?
You are not going to be done with this tree natively in 2 months. You are out of your damn mind.
He bet the Payflower.
Matters a liar pants.
I'll be done whatever I care about.
That's not what
All right.
you said.
Okay.
You just scope lead each other.
What?
Anyway, a whole Payflower. A whole Payflower? All right. Well, listen. Here's the deal. If you look at my tree, okay, Griffin, pull up your tree. We're gonna compare trees. Okay. Here's why I don't like this prime for me. And why?
I can do something.
And why for a brand new G5/G6 player, this is probably maybe something that's worth it. Later, this is a prime that's going to benefit the later audience. Okay? It's too late for us. It's too late for us.
It's too late for us. With the uncommons, get real.
It's too late for
the
us.
Rares, yeah. The rares I need to work on, but the uncommons, please.
Okay? It's too late for us. All right? Now, if you are just now coming into this and you don't have this tree even halfway or just at the very beginning, so be it. Now this prime is probably going to save you a significant amount of time. Okay? Look here. Here's Jules Verne's. This is Jules's chart. He says, I am basically done. I think Jules is nowhere near done. Jules is nowhere near done.
I am basically done.
No, you're not.
With the things that I have ops locked to. The only thing I cared about in here was station efficiency.
You don't care about the rare research efficiency?
I can't unlock it because I'm ops locked.
But you will.
And I will have plenty of that currency when I get there.
Okay, maybe.
And then I'll have plenty of currency when I get to the rare material station efficiency. You forget how long people take to get through 71 to 72.
Yeah. Again, here's the thing. Does it actually pass the monetization rules? Yeah, it's an acceleration. Is it enough of an acceleration to make me jump, hop, and skip? No, not for me. I think we agree on the worth, but for different reasons, Jules and Matters. But one thing we're all agreeing on is it's not that good. Okay?
Did you want me to pull something up here?
Yeah, I was going to have you... No, you pulled up your tree. That was what we were looking at.
Yeah,
I was just looking at your tree.
We're good? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. We're going back.
So there you go. I think that for players coming up through G6, this could be much more worth it early. But for a lot of players already in G7, I think you're already done. I think it's too late. This prime came a month too late. 2 months too late.
What, the very first one? Prime Maverick Intel Efficiency? That one in the beginning?
Yeah. Right here.
That's worthless. It's 20%. A 20% increase? No.
It's 20% efficiency. It's not even a 20% increase. It's a 20% efficiency. Okay.
The big expense are those G7 efficiencies. The entire tree before you turn G7 is pretty light and doesn't use a lot of those materials. So players who are like 61 right now, they're not going to need it either because they'll be
swimming
through the tree and just banking more and more and more and more of those Maverick credits waiting to turn G7.
Yeah,
that's true.
They'll have a ton. Like they're just never going to need it. Because
And
all the
20%.
ops locks, because so much of the research is locked behind G7. It would be a little tiny bit useful for someone like me who just now turned G7. Just now.
And the last point goes to Nakar.
Yep.
That didn't.
Because look at that prime. We are actually getting the drip of this particle
already
if you own the sphere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
It's
even
already free to play.
Glory, Patron, Deed of the Mavericks is where we were earning currency before. And now this new one uses the same currency, so it's immediately grindable. I can't say free to play if you don't have the
that's what
cube.
Cruzito said about your sphere, right?
Yeah, that's
Eventually
why,
free to play.
That's why I said
Not
it
free to
is.
play today.
Yeah, because the cube hasn't been unlocked yet. But yeah, very, very good point. Good call out, Cruzito. You're absolutely right. This one is free to play once the sphere has been unlocked, which has a free to play acquisition path. So this is a grinder's path right up front on that prime. So I guess maybe eventually go ahead and do it, but I certainly would not spend on it. The last one, prime training merits. Matters really hates this one. Matters, tell me why you hate this one.
Mad.
I hate this one because it feels like they've been listening when we've said that the loop is too restrictive for a lot of people. It's too challenging. People like Putz or whomever, there's a lot of people who they have to grind like 1,000 hostiles to be able to do one poll, which is going to take them a week to do. And it feels like this is like here, then just buy this and it will help you. When the big issue is that you just buy the building. Like, people that paid to upgrade the building are not having the same difficulty. So their solution for the challenge of the loop, that is people that did not want to pay to upgrade the building and are at certain ops ranges where it's more challenging, like, this is not a solution. It feels like it's a slap in the face to that being our main gripe.
So I saw.
Yeah, that could be coincidental.
Well, I don't know that it is. Again, this is them trying to take a simple way out of a complicated problem and missing the nail completely and smashing their thumb with the hammer.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. Sandra very expertly pointed out in our chat today, kind of similar to what Killer Kujos is pointing out right now. Shout out, Sandra, because I know you're going to go back and listen. Love you. Sandra pointed out in our chat, and I saw this earlier. It was a brilliant point. 150% of loot bonus does not matter if you are amongst the camp group of players that can punch down a level or two and use a full-on loot crew anyway. And for most people, that is what's proving to be necessary for this loop, is people punching down because the hostiles are overtuned. All right? So, and for players like Matters or others who say that they can't, I saw a player earlier today as an Ops 68 saying they can barely kill the 62s. All right? Now, there's a lot of things going on there. However, for the purposes of this loop, this prime does not help you at all, in the least. Okay?
Well, no, because then you can do a poll in 5 days instead of 7.
But it's the it's the misdirection thing here. Okay? Yeah. That's not the problem. This is what we kind of give game design a lot of grief about sometimes, is they'll release a fix that wasn't the actual problem. It might be what players are yelling about, but players, I don't blame players, but players are oftentimes wrong, aren't they, Cruzito? Our feedback has to be carefully interpreted, because what we're complaining about is oftentimes not the core root of the problem.
This is a paid fix that free-to-play players, even if the loot bonus was useful, the people who really, really need this prime are not the ones who are going to get it. And that's my other problem with it.
On top of that, the prime is just kind of, we talked about earlier today with earlier with the doctor, is that the loot bonus isn't the issue. Just like the doctor's abilities aren't the issue. It's the building and the hostiles being a little bit overtuned that are the issues. That's right. Cruzito said those of us who can grind don't need the loot and the boost and loot, and those who can't grind, this doesn't help. This is another piece of game design. And by the way, yeah, I do believe that it was planned given its timing of release. This is another piece of planned pain with a release of something that doesn't actually fix the problem. Now, for that reason, this prime kind of falls on the fence. Does it technically accelerate the loop for those of you who can play? Yes. So it passes the DJ's University Monetization 101 model. It does accelerate the loop if, in fact, you're able to participate in the loop. Okay? It doesn't accelerate. So does it accelerate the loop in any way, shape, or form that's worth $100? Absolutely not, in my opinion. However, for those who can't participate in the loop, then it also fails the monetization model because it doesn't fix anything about the loop. Tabby Moses says, does this prime pretend to fix the problem? Only if you can kill the hostiles. Right? Yep. If you can kill the hostiles, then it does pretend to fix the problem, but it doesn't. It doesn't fix the problem.
Yep.
Yeah. The problem is that people can't engage in the loop without spending money. So releasing a paid prime to try and help people engage in the loop is like blind, deaf, and dumb.
Well, especially when it comes down to if you were going to spend $100 on this loop, it shouldn't be for any of these things. It should be for the building.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
So there you go. 3 new primes came out today, one of which is worth it, 2 of which are acceptable but not worth it, and one of which that is just plain scratch my head. I don't get it. I don't understand. I think it's lazy and probably demonstrates a lack of understanding about why we are in the shape we are with this game. Sorry. Not sorry.
And the thing that gets me is there will be people who blindly buy
Well, at least Griffin blindly bought the good one.
Yeah.
I did not buy the bad one. You saw that. I don't have that. Who's going to buy that? Not me.
All right. There you go. So that is our commentary on the 3 new primes. That's patch notes. We are probably getting very, very close to time, so I'm probably not going to spend a great deal more time here. I want to go to bed at a decent time tonight, but I'm going to open the floor for questions, more commentary from our panel, anything like that. I know Tarpy probably had 1 or 2 more things that she wanted to do tonight. So is there anything else on your docket, Tarpy, that we
Jules
can...
had a list.
Jules, you got something that you can knock out for us, or would you like to hang on to it for a little bit more time, or do you have a teaching segment you can knock out in a few minutes, or we can make a video? I know you were wanting to do something.
No, it was...
Or we can go out for Dairy Queen. They're still open.
Hey, I got Dairy Queen today.
I do like Dairy Queen.
Jules had the idea for a couple questions for a show that he wants to do next week.
Oh, good.
We were going to maybe do a free-to-play and paid progress kind of roundup. But if you want to go stream or go sleep, we can probably just do the questions for the show for next week and then kind of incorporate the other stuff differently.
Yes, actually, I love that idea. Let's get into like our mid-stage wrap-up and stuff. We could do that next week, especially since we're going to be in the quote-unquote interim week. Wait, is next week 3?
No.
Next week is week 3.
This is week 3 right now.
There is no interim week.
Yeah, no, listen.
Yeah,
okay, hang on. When I say interim week, I want you guys to know the 4th week where they still, and this is a little bit of a leak for you, the 4th week where they still plan on running a lot of our interim events. Okay, just as a quick, I know that's been a question that a lot of people have asked. No, before you ask, I do not know what specific events are running this coming time, but they did say that week 4 would continue to be where we saw a lot of our familiar interim events. So that's not going to change the cadence with all of those interim events. We're still going to see some of those. Okay.
Obviously COTA, because why not?
That seems to be showing up every single week, and I don't hate it. Okay, so just roll with that. But, yeah. Oh, thank you, Packet, with the IGN. There was something that I wanted to point out with the IGN, and I'm going to credit one executive producer, Miss Tarpitude, for the solo advanced curriculum meta heroic solo milestone meta. We discovered an issue.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah. We discovered an issue. Tarpy, I don't know if you saw this, but this one is you. We discovered an issue with the final milestone rewards in the solo advanced curriculum meta. Upon reaching the final milestone, players were incorrectly displayed 100 duo wave directives when it should have been 1,400. This has now been corrected. The good news is, Tarpy, no compensation absolutely necessary because it was a meta and nobody had gotten there yet. This is an example of positive motion, everybody.
Yay!
This is also an example of not fact-checking your events before putting them live. But
true that.
Hey, they fixed it.
I didn't know that Tarpitude's real name was Wee. I'll start calling you Wee from now on. Very good.
What are you talking about?
Well, look at the news.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, it's fine. They're not going to. Credit doesn't matter. What I'm giving Tarpy credit. All right, you guys know that Tarpy did it. Okay, they're never going to get. They're never going to do it. They're not. No, Tarpy did do it. I've got the report.
Tarpy did do it.
I've got the actual bug report the day it came out. All right, and I submitted said report with directly copy paste what Tarpy sent in. All right, so yeah, Tarpy did this one. And by the way, nobody else had submitted this one yet. Nobody else.
So it's the royal we. It's just Tarpitude.
That's right. Tarpy was the only one who did this one. What had happened was this particular milestone was showing 100 simulation codes up here at the top. She was like, "Yeah, is this supposed to be 1/14th of a start?" Yeah, no. So they were like, "Yeah, that's our bad." So they came and fixed that. So again, positivity in motion right there. That is executive producer Tarpitude who fixed that one for you. Just in case you didn't know.
Tarpitude.
But that is in the in-game news. So thank you, Packet, for the reminder there. And yes, Packet says that the IGN has been updated with some interim events. Let's go over here and take a look. Let's see.
It's good to know that things change because they used to tell us, oh,
yeah, look,
it takes us 2 weeks to get edits into the in-game news.
Now, in fairness, it did. I remember being directly involved when they had to send stuff off for translation. I'm pretty sure now there's other tools for that. And by the way, Ultravetica will still tell you that Korean and Japanese localization translations are still borked, and they are, but it definitely goes much faster than it used to. Okay, so anyway. Okay, now, Crucible of War. I see that. May 18th. Crucible of War. Here's Faction Hunt. May 23rd. These are interim events almost always. May 18th, Programmable Matter Beam. That looks like that's going to be a unlock, buy a pack and get some extra stuff. Oh, look. There's the Cadre Recruit coming back for week 4. So they added Paragon and Cadre. So there's your week 3 and weekend 4 spend events, guys. Paragon's coming back and Cadre also coming back. Let's see what else we got here. There's going to be another duo
the big
wave.
Thing people were looking at was the Conqueror Borg solos on multiple different days.
May 21st. May 21st and 22nd. And it looks like it's a 48-hour event.
That programmable matter beam, that projectile, is in the game already, in case you wanted to view it.
Okay.
There's also, I thought, another Borg Solos event, but
I only see the one. Yeah, I only see the one at the moment. The programmable matter, is this a projectile, Jules?
Correct.
Wait,
it
what
is a projectile to Epic.
How long have I had that? Well,
since you got your spirit of tier 4.
Okay, yeah. How about that? Okay, what was it called? The programmable matter beam. Increases critical...
second column, third one down.
Increases critical mitigation by 250 again. Get out.
Mind blown, right?
Get out of here with that. Are you serious? Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's for cosmetics.
Now, however, hang on. I would have appreciated this more if it had no ability. That makes me sound dumb.
No, that's true. I get why you say that. You're right.
This makes me sound... Benny Hill says, is it a money grab? No, it's actually not. Not at all. Scopely's not even going to pretend to think this is valuable. But they can't... Nope, it's not a money grab. It's a money crab. No, it's not even that. It's not even that. They're not even pretending that this is valuable. They are selling a cosmetic. But they can't admit to themselves that they're selling a cosmetic. Okay? By the way, I actually did bring this up today. Not in voice. I actually added it to my text notes. Was about cosmetics. And just kind of broadly speaking, like top-down strategy speaking, chat, I'll tell you that I suggested that they gamble. So I hope I didn't make myself a liar. But I know what Strider does. I know what Tarpy does. Son of a biscuit.
That was scary.
Saying about Knowing what Strider does.
I know what Strider does. I know what Tarpy does. I know what I do. I know what Chef does. I know what anybody who plays Fortnite does. Is we spend recklessly on skins. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, Scopely has not yet figured this out, or at least decided that they don't want to dive headfirst into it. But my recommendation was, hey, you know how we've been saying you need to take a month off and you fix the game? You know how we've been saying that you need to slow down on content and slow down on features so that you can fix the game? You know how, but you say that we can't really because we still got to pay the bills and we still got to pay our people and they still got to have feed. You know, we got payroll. We still got to, you know, the kids need shoes. Okay? Hey,
yeah, the kids do need shoes.
Kids need shoes. So, hey, lean into cosmetics. We already proved. We proved this month, right here, this month, that players are willing to spend actual money on titles.
Yep.
Okay? Lean into it. Lean into it. Okay? I want a month that is nothing but ship skins, titles, frames, avatars, cosmetics, projectiles, skins. Don't care. But I want a bunch of them. I want pure cosmetics, and don't dress it up. Don't dress it up. I don't need you to try to conflate the issue. I want you to come out and own it. I want you to come out and say, hey, guys, we're going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work. It might flop miserably. I hope that it doesn't, but I want to try it. I want you to come out and say, this bonus does nothing. Critical mitigation by 250 against players, it does nothing. But you know what? It can't cost $100. It needs to cost
probably $29 max.
$20 or $10, probably $20. Hailing frequencies, more hailing frequencies. And I even joked. Tarpy probably saw.
Oh gosh, if they put one of them with her damn feet, I swear to God, I'm quitting the game.
Griffin would buy it.
I'm quitting the game. If there is a foot, whatchamacalled, I'm out.
Here's the deal.
I'm telling you right now.
Here's the deal. I have encouraged them to lean into this, and I even wrote.
Yes,
admittedly, I stepped into this. I leaned into it because I remember what I said, and I even said 5 years. This surprises me. This may come as a surprise because 5 years I never would have said this, but I think it's time for you guys to diversify your monetization into a cosmetics bracket. Slow down on the mechanics so that you can afford the tech debt, so that you can effectively test and design. And by the way, the art team, who is already so flipping amazing. Our art team, guys, our art team is pretty damn good. Let's let them shine. Let's let them make some money. Let's let them make some money. The art team kicks ass month after month after month. Let's let them make some money because I believe payers will pay for good art. But now listen, you're going to have to release a whole freaking library full, okay? And you're right, Rizelius, $100? No. It needs to be 10, 15, and $20. $20.
Even $5.
I mean, it's got to be worth it for them in their transactional thing. All right, $5 makes them what, $2? So it's not really probably worth it. But $20, listen. We spent Tarpy. I spend $100 a month on nothing but skins in Fortnite. And last month I spent $200.
Wow.
And DJ,
Panic spent $100 and something bucks of Strider's money because that's his credit card.
Perfect.
In one day last week because it was Star Wars week, and we don't do that usually. Like, I'll buy cosmetics if they're good.
Look,
DJ,
there's
the
silly
other thing
things
that they could do.
Yeah, go ahead, Pat.
The other thing they could do is they already have a library full of stuff that a lot of people don't own. with the cosmetics, all of the old stuff they could put in bundle packs. They could even make events around them, like, okay, we're gonna win, we are winning this currency, and then what we get to buy is a whole bunch of the older stuff, right? So even people, and that way everybody can participate, right?
Sure.
They could make a whole month out of it.
I really think that they could, and I encourage them to lean into it today. That was another thing I said. Listen, we could help you with your budgets and your quotas, and I get that. We don't need the breakneck speed of content release if there's something that players are going to become nostalgic about. And I brought up the examples. All right. Matters spent like $30 for freaking Bugs Bunny. Okay. And,
oh wow.
And I spent what, $200 that month on the Power Rangers. I spent money on Back to the Future.
You went ham on that.
I went ham. Are you kidding? On Power
$200?
Rangers. It probably was $300. Okay. Yeah, it's Wabbit season over there. All right. And I just think that it's time. You guys reacted so positively to the player titles this month. And for the record, most of you don't mechanically like them. How they display the UI of player titles in the game is a little wonky, but you guys still embrace the creativity and the fun of player titles. That is a cosmetic.
So Cruzito brings up the point that Scopely actually comes back with because I remember talking with someone at Scopely about, hey, can we just get more cosmetics in the game? Because now that new servers are happening, there are people who can't get avatars that were released a year ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, and they'll never get them. And what Scopely says is, well, they need to be exclusive to the people who got those avatars 5 years ago.
And I first of all, I disagree with that, but there are whales out there that have voiced that opinion. So leaderboard stuff, like Griffin, how would you feel if somebody else on your server got the server first avatar? You don't want that. Or do you care?
What are you talking about?
The Vengeance.
Why would
Vengeance avatar?
Yeah, if they were the first one on the server to get it, then sure.
Okay.
Give it to them tomorrow.
Well, that's my point, is that there are a lot of these that were leaderboard events that players are going to say
you can't just make it, oh yeah, I'm going to claim that too. Specifically if it was a leaderboard piece of art, then that's like a trophy. You can't have a 2008 World Series ring unless you're on the 2008 World Series team.
Yes. However, there are a lot of these that were SMS rewards. There were a lot of them that were Battle Pass rewards, and it's long overdue that people can come back and get these. However, I don't even really want a lot of refresh. I want the art team to go ham. I want to fly around a vacuum cleaner. From Spaceballs, I want to fly around. I mean, now again, I don't want to get too silly in violating the ethos of the game, but how funny would it be if there was a
vacuum cleaner is not a problem.
I'm not suggesting that. I mean, it was a Spaceballs reference, but I'm saying, like there
you
could
do the space squid from Lower Decks.
There you go. All right. There could be
perfect
that.
example.
Or the whale from the Star Trek movie.
Yeah. I mean, there is stuff. There is stuff that we could do, and I think that it's time for us to lean into it. The player titles were great this month. I think people, again, you offer a $20 title that says free to play. Oh my God! I promise you'll make $100,000 on that title alone.
Austin will buy them all.
Hold on, I want to do some quick verification here, real quick. Hang on, $100,000 divided by 20. Oh hell yeah! Yeah, you think 5,000 people won't spend $20 for a free-to-play title? You bet your ass. It'll make more than $100,000.
I would totally want the whale immediately.
That would probably make $500,000. Do you think that 25,000 people would buy $20 tag that says free-to-play?
Yeah,
I think 25,000 players would buy it. Okay. IJ says we've officially jumped the shark. Now, you know what? You do have players like IJ.
Exactly what I was thinking.
You have players like IJ who won't spend on a cosmetic, and that's okay. But we've got leaderboard rewards now that's a freaking frame. Okay? Like, does it matter or does it matter? You know? Alpaca says, I would think players are suckers if they did that. Well, that's okay. That's your opinion. But did I spend on Krusty the Clown? And I've got a Krusty the Clown skin in my Fortnite game. All right, Matters may not have bought that, but I did. I thought it was cool. You know? So
why are people suckers if they buy? It's hilarious. It's a paid cosmetic that labels you as a free-to-play. It's a hilarious joke. Nobody is a sucker for taking part in the fun.
And the free one that everybody would get would be World's Greatest Whale.
Ooh. I love that. That's okay. Totally free to play. Yeah, totally free to play. All right. And you're right, Andalisha. We shouldn't be buy shaming. Nobody should be buy shaming. Again, this is an opportunity for them to expand their revenue in a way that doesn't, shockingly, I got a button for this, that actually doesn't wreck the economy. I'm going to press it again.
Offend people.
All right. It actually doesn't wreck the economy. All right. And maybe some people aren't going to find the worth in it. I totally get that. I understand. It's not for everybody, but it would make them money for players who would enjoy these types of things. All right. And I think, I mean, again, I could be totally wrong on this. I could be totally wrong, but I would like to roll the dice on it. I would like to try it. Okay. Questions for Jules. Yeah, we ran too far over on that. Jules, the other night on the show, you launched a game. No, this is not that. Okay, hang on. Sorry, not that.
Two parts. I mean, there's two things for Jules.
Yeah, I'm not doing the game right now. I can't do the game right now because I didn't make the rooms. Crap, I forgot. Tomorrow we'll talk about Jules' new game.
The sun will come out.
We can do a video short and you can post it too.
Tomorrow. All right, tomorrow, Jules already teased you with the game, but we're going to launch it tomorrow. Jules, in the meantime, for your teaching segment, you had a couple of questions for the players. Go right ahead.
Okay, hold on. I got to pivot and go find them.
It's in the circle. Or it's probably
Are we going to have a production meeting about the weekend, or are you just going to show up and I'm going to magically have everything how you want it?
What?
Who, me?
Are we ever going to have a production meeting about the weekend, or are you just going to magically show up and I'm going to magically have everything how you want it?
Bro, you've been gone for 2 weeks, okay? We know what the hell we're doing.
Well, is anybody going to talk to the venue and make sure that they have everything prepared?
Bro, first of all, no. Yeah, hang on. You know what? You want to do this live on stream? I will.
No.
Hang on.
Oh my God.
Right here.
Number one, I thought the show ended half an hour ago. So are we still on the air?
We're an hour late for V-Neck's birthday.
Hey, if you have a couple of minutes to chat, I have a few things I need to catch you up on itinerary-wise and schedule for this week.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
That was at 8:24 a.m. At 7:14, he writes 7:14 p.m. He writes, "Eating dinner. What's up?"
No.
Yes.
You called me. You called me when I was in the middle of my dinner very rudely, and so I had to text you like, "What do you need?"
7 o'clock. Who eats dinner at 7? Dinner time's at 5.
Me.
Okay. Second of all, you completely ignored me. You're right. I called you that afternoon, and you ignored me again.
Well, I'm sure I was busy. I didn't know that you called me.
I texted you. That's the most non-invasive thing I could ever do.
I didn't get that text.
Are you complaining that he doesn't see messages?
I see them. I just don't always respond. Sometimes. Very rarely.
Well, did you have anything for me about the venue, or what do we?
We'll talk off the air if you can answer your phone for me.
That can't be guaranteed. That's why I was asking you now. So obviously it's not that important.
On the air?
Oh my God.
Jason V-Neck has a birthday. We gotta get over for his birthday stream. Yes, Jules, go with your questions. We'll get ready to wrap up.
Oh my God.
Okay. This is the questions. No one answer it right now. Just DM me or talk in the Discord and pin me for that. Open questions. We are going to be doing a Welcome to G7 redo several months in with several strategies known, but we still have lots of questions to ask the community, to help answer questions that people have. So if you are currently in upper G6 or looking at your planning an entry into G7, what are your questions? What are you looking forward to? What are you scared about? What are your questions that we can answer for you? Then
who's watching TikTok in the background?
Nobody. I'm getting ready to end the show.
If you're early G7, what are the biggest tips in early G7 to make your lives easier if you just jumped? And then the last one, this is actually specifically for you, Griffin, and we can talk about this live in person. Warnings from our mid G7 on upcoming challenges and how that influences potentially faction choice, ship or progression strategies, or what you see as the most valuable long-term assets for people to gain and garner. So
like that.
Please
That's a good one.
Think of those questions. Ping me if you've got. I've been reading lots of really long write-ups, and I love it. I love it all. So please ping me so that I can help inform our presentation about that next week.
Okay, there you go.
Excellent,
fantastic. Coming up tomorrow night, we'll launch Jules's 5 steps of championism, or whatever we're going to name this contest. That is going to happen tomorrow. And we might get into some Droid Tycoon or Fortnite or something tomorrow. Maybe a little Fleet Command if something interesting happens. Quick reminder, 11 minutes, 10 minutes now. 10 minutes till daily reset if you haven't done your dailies like I haven't. Okay? All right.
You've been sitting here for 3 hours. What do you mean you haven't done your dailies?
I haven't done my dailies.
You never study.
I am a little bit of a procrastinator. It's not a big deal. All right, now we've got to go.
Okay.
We've got to go. There is something amazing happening over on V-Neck's channel. It is indeed his birthday. You guys go over there and have a lot of fun. Give him lots of love. Jason V-Neck.
He can get eviscerated.
You missed.
Happy birthday.
You missed the best part of the video.
All right, well, he's going to have to replay it. We're coming in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is V-Neck's birthday. Go wild, be crazy, do silly things, and we will see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. I'm UltimatDJz for Griffin, Jules, Tarpey, Matters, Punch, Tarkin, and all the rest. Boom, boom, and all that. Have a wonderful night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I'm sure you can't walk my pack. Regular, I'm not that. There's only been one me, one she. Can't duplicate, you can't see my shine at any of my peaks. Hungry, wonder what I might eat. Feeling like the one, no really I might be. No flat, killing them softly. Looking like a boss, I'm kicking up my feet. Handle biz on the phone while I'm sipping on coffee. Regular, I'm not that.